Better.
All right, so I know the people got questions for y'all, but I'm just start off with a off the top question because it's the end of the year, right? So, what is some shit you did in 2019 that you like? I will never do that in 2020, career wise.
That's a great question.
Let's start off with the doozy.
I'm trying to go in. I'm going in. Bow.
Career wise, something I'll never do again, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm only working with niggas that's popping. Cause that's the conversation we had right before we started the podcast. If you working with all these niggas and they don't know how the industry goes, that shit can make a lot of problems, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I fuck with niggas like you, niggas like you, niggas like you, cause it's like we understand we're on the same wavelength of success to get this shit cracking. You know what I'm saying?
People figure out a way to waste your time and you won't even know it. They figure that shit out.
That's crazy. So how do you end up like in a situation where you working with a lame or somebody that don't even know? Like how do they even like get in there?
Bro, it be like any way they can get in, bro. But it be really like me giving people a chance. And it be like when I be giving these niggas that don't got nothing a chance, bro, that shit be biting me in my ass, dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah. That's real. Damn, that's real.
I'm telling you, dog. I wish it was the other way around. But it's like every time I fuck with niggas that know what's going on, like if me and Diego work on something, we know what's going on. We're both gonna push hard to get this shit through.
Facts.
That's simple.
Damn.
So what would you say for like the newer producers so they don't make the mistake of what a lot of these people are doing? What advice would you give to them?
If you working with a guy like myself or Diego that knows the industry and you're brand new to the industry, chill. You know what I'm saying? Everything's gonna go through like it's supposed to go through. It's like, bro, I'll work with a new producer and they just start wilding. I'm about to sue Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
entitlement.
Good
You got
luck,
this
man.
entitlement from nowhere.
this is every day for us.
And they don't get the business side of things. When
Exactly.
once the paperwork comes in, they be asking for shit that's like crazy. Like, yo, sometimes you gotta take a hit in the beginning. Like everybody took hits in the beginning. I done got 5-10% on records that they're great. It's still, man, that's how it is.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, what do you mean by take a hit? So you mean like take a low percent?
Like a lot of people start by I know a lot of producers started by sending loops, right? So they'll just send loops here, loops there. And if you're like in I don't know UK or wherever another country, right? You're not nowhere where the action is, like LA, Atlanta, whatever. And you sending me these loops, and I'm placing them. I'm going to these sessions, finishing the beat, placing the record, and following the whole song through, not just the beat. And you asking for half, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like that just don't make sense. It don't make sense to do that. And you messing up the relationship with me. Like I'm never gonna fuck with you again, and all my homies ain't gonna fuck with you again. I have a lot of homies. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
that loop shit is crazy. So new producers and new loop makers, like you just got to be smart with the business, man.
Yeah.
Learn the business, and you have to take a hit in the beginning. Everybody does it.
At what point, and this is for either one of y'all, at what point, all right, so you work with somebody you never worked with before, at what point in the process do you talk about, like, who should get what?
I mean, this is a simple way to figure it out, right? If there shouldn't even be like a really back and forth for how much you should get. Like usually when we work together, it'd be like half and half, or it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? If it was like clearly this guy did all this and I only did this, okay, I can understand that. But a simple way to figure that out is, okay, mute what you did on the beat and play what I did, and then mute what I did on the beat and play what you did.
I like that.
Damn.
Okay, we're gonna let the ears tell the splits on this.
That's true. And even like Diego said, you could have been the one that got the shit actually placed.
Yeah, that counts
That
too.
counts for a lot.
That's super
And it
important.
also depends too on ongoing work. So like me and him gonna be working for a minute. So he might make one sound on one beat, I might do the whole thing, or he might do most of the shit on another beat and I might add one sound on it. But if we keep working, then it's common sense. You just split everything. We keep working. But if you got like a one-off, it's a little different. You gotta talk about it before. I would talk about it before, especially if you don't know the person like that. But
If they could stop the whole record doing some uneducated stuff.
That's crazy.
yeah, I'm at the point in my career where I'm only really working with friends. Like if I don't fuck with you, I don't need to work with you. I don't need it
At all.
Facts, though. Hold on. But do you got the chat?
Yeah, I do.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm about to say and just rattle off questions. I know
go
people
ahead.
asking questions over
No,
here.
go ahead.
Damn, nigga, I wasn't ready yet.
Oh, my bad.
All right. So, Diego, you went on somewhere on record. The favorite joint that you produced with Scott was called Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What-
It's called
sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There it is. Wrote it wrong. What was the creative process with that? Like, how did that come about? Like, melody first, drums first. Like, how did that?
Well, this was done in Broward County, in Florida. This was back when Scott Storch had a studio in Fort Lauderdale. Was it Fort Lauderdale? Somewhere up north in Broward. And he played me the beat, and he had like kind of like mimic drums. They were like drums that he just put in there just to do the melody for it. So then I just kind of redid the drums on it, and then we sent it to who was it that wrote it? Chris actually wrote the hook. So we sent it to Chris. He did the hook, and then we sent it to Ross. It was a real quick process, but the reason that's my favorite is not because of the process. It's just like the record at the time when they did it. It was like telling my whole life story, talking about, you know, him breaking up with his chick, and it was like a whole thing. But that record meant a lot to me. And it was like at the time one of the first records I heard with boom bap drums on top on the radio, like really high on the charts. So like no one's doing that. People are scared to push that envelope to put boom bap drums. You know, it's just something different.
That's a fact. So what made you do the boom bap drums? You just was like this.
It just felt right, bro. You know, I don't overthink shit. Just whatever feels right.
That's a smash. So we know your favorite joint. Bricks, what's your favorite joint that you produce? And why?
My favorite joint about to come out in 2 weeks.
Talk about it.
Shit.
I ain't gonna talk about it, but hey man,
Give him a hint.
Can you say why it's your favorite?
It's gonna make me the richest.
Oh shit.
No, he told me though. I'm not gonna say what it is, but it's with an artist, a dope artist. That's all I'm saying. People's favorites.
It's gonna make waves.
All right, man.
So,
What would be your second favorite?
I like to live up to my name. I like songs that make people happy. I like when I see niggas performing my songs in front of like crazy crowd. Everybody's like, yeah, I love this shit. I love that.
Yeah, that's real.
That
Crazy
does it for
feeling.
me, for sure.
Damn, that's far. All right, cool. So you, if I'm right, you over in the UK a lot. You based out of there?
I just moved back to Atlanta a couple months ago. I
Oh,
was
shit.
in the
Welcome
UK for
back.
about 3 years.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I went overseas, like on some music shit for the first time, like maybe a year ago. Went to Paris. I love that shit, and I was blown away by how dope these motherfuckers are,
Crazy.
how much shit they got together, and I would say that they might actually have a creative advantage over producers in the U.S. a little bit. What's your take on producers overseas versus producers here in America?
I feel like producers overseas, they aren't locked into this little box that we locked into creatively. Like for us, like it's like we have to go make a certain type of beat, certain type of drums, this and that. We got creative freedom, but not really. Like even the label's gonna be like, we want something that sound like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we want to get this shit out, the goal is to get the records out. But as far as them, they worried about getting records out, but not as much as we are. So therefore, they can like fuck around more. They're doing, and they have different influences. They come from different places, so they're growing up on different music. So they're not growing up on the same music we grew up on. So when we hear their shit, it's totally a different mindset, the way they think.
Yeah.
Like OZ and these people in Germany,
No, they fire.
they think different, bro.
Yeah, they fire. So do you think that that's more because of the producers over here that stay in the box, or it's the labels forcing the producers to stay in the box?
It's the industry.
Because I be feeling like producers just scared. I be feeling like they scared and they lazy.
I mean, you gotta have an outlet for your creative shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about starting my own little Spotify thing because I got so much creativity. I can make music that maybe won't fit in the mainstream,
Right.
but will fuck around over here.
Exactly.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Like, if you could do whatever you want and put out shit on your own now, whatever you want to put out, what is keeping more producers from putting out different shit? You know what I'm saying? And Diego, you might know the answer to
I
this.
feel like that what you're saying is true, but you also have to consider what genre of music we're talking about. Because if you're talking hip hop, then yeah, we are in a box in a way. Because if you can tell when someone does like some urban trap drums and it just don't feel authentic, it's like they don't feel right. Like some things just don't got that bounce that we do in Atlanta, or you know what I mean? Like, but if you're doing like pop records, country, or any other kind of genre of music, you can really push the envelope. There's different markets. Not everything is just hip hop. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. I didn't think of the different genres of it.
But if you say hip hop producers are becoming like lazy, I would just say they're just following that sound. And I would encourage other producers to try different genres too. Like, why just stick to hip hop? Why just be that? You know what I mean? Just keep pushing the envelope.
Facts. We got some chat, some good chats.
Let's see. No one cares about the industry anymore.
Damn.
I feel like that is.
That nigga don't got no money. We care about the industry.
Whatever.
Trust
That shit pays.
I care about it.
I feel like that's one of the, it's like, yo, everybody wants to be in the NBA. If you playing ball, everybody in the back there,
You care about the league.
You care about the NBA if you play ball.
But if you ain't playing,
That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
Fuck
you,
NBA.
yeah, you
No.
say that. But it's like,
So you capped that college.
damn. Young Larry Owen here. What up, Larry?
Shout out Larry,
Damn. What else we got?
let me scroll through. Well, I got a question. So I feel like I asked you last time, Diego, but we'll go back to yours. But people who influence you, who's like your Mount Rushmore, your top 4 people that really influence you becoming who you are?
As far as producer wise,
Yeah.
Shawty Red.
Good one.
Let me stop right there. Shawty Red got me blocked on Instagram.
What?
Damn.
Somebody fix this. I'm a huge Shawty Red fan, bro.
What did you do?
I found out a couple of weeks ago. I was like, damn, what the hell? Like,
Damn.
I love Shawty Red. Shawty Red. I love Pharrell. My favorite producer of all time is Jay Dilla. So I got Dilla. One more that I got. So many fire ass people, dog. I like Bink.
Oh,
Hey.
VA.
Yeah. That's my 4.
What about you, Diego?
For sure, Pharrell, especially because I met Pharrell. I was blessed to be in the room with him, watch him work,
That's
and his workflow is incredible, and he's also an incredible human being. Timberland, super dope. I haven't yet to work with him, but I started making beats because of Timbo, just because he was just thinking out the box and shit.
Nice.
Dilla, and I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like I love Swiss only because he made one of my favorite albums, which is DMX. Yeah, it's Dark and Hell is Hot,
That's
and
dope.
Flesh My Flesh with My Blood.
Not mad at that.
Dope. All right. Yeah. What else?
I'm just gonna skip past him because I just feel like he said it's funny you guys hire attorneys instead of picking up law dictionaries. That's a very
Man, get out of here.
bro.
No, let's talk on it.
Yeah.
Who the fuck got time
Right.
to sit there and do that? Like, we busy making beats trying to make moves. Why would we do our own legal work?
I
That makes
can't
no
be
sense.
the point guard, the quarterback,
Yeah,
the team
exactly.
manager, the owner, the stadium owner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right,
Everybody
yeah.
got their role, man.
They gon' yeah.
You can't win without a team. You gotta have a team.
They
It's
gon'
like saying, yo, y'all over there hiring mechanics to work on your car.
right.
You not over there.
Build your own car,
Yeah.
right, ass nigga?
Make a restaurant, nigga. You be on the cash register. You cook. You clean up. Man, get out of here. You can't even work like that.
Chambers said he make McDonald's type beats.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you
Purchase.
That guy who said that comment, he ain't got no money in it.
Damn, son.
do. Nah. McRib type beats. While Tristan found another question in the chat. So say it's a producer he new to collaborating. Like, what's some tips? Cause y'all collaborate together.
Yeah.
What's some tips you can give producers for collaborating with each other?
Like new producers?
New producers, yeah.
New producers, well, I'll tell you what not to do is don't spam everybody in DM, can we collab? Because that's just wasting your time. You got to build relationships first and build your own clout up first. Like, why would somebody who's got 1,000 plaques work with someone that has nothing, that you have no placements? You have to find a way to get to that person and offer him something he doesn't have. He has beats. What can you bring to the table that he does not have? Fucking, if you're a barber, cut his hair for free. If you're a photographer, say, hey, let me take pictures for you. Don't bring up nothing that you need yet. First do that.
Right.
When you build that relationship, I'm sure you'll be like, yo, you do beats, bro? Let me hear what you got. He'll fuck with you. But you got to start with that first. Offer something that he doesn't have.
Bars. What about you, Young Bricks?
Shit, my cameraman did that. He came to me and he was just taking my pictures, fucking with me. Woo, 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 woo. And then he was like, hey, bro, I made this beat. You want to listen to it? And I listened to it. I was like, this shit hard, my nigga.
Right.
I fuck with this shit. Send me this shit. It's
Yeah.
like niggas just get in where you fit in.
Damn, that's
well,
fucking dope.
I started as an engineer. That's another one. Like, I was engineering for free, but like, yo, I'll fucking do your shit for free. Hey, but you gonna rap on my beats though. You know what I mean? We both did the same shit. Like, you gotta offer something.
That's right. Both of y'all started as engineers, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's the best way to play your beats, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfuckers just be walking in, they're like, what's up? What's that? What you playing?
Yep.
And if you smart, you be like, oh, you want to play your beat? I'm gonna need 5 on this stuff. 5%, please, thank you.
A little side hustle right there.
Come on, bro.
That's pretty good. So you brought up a topic too, because one of the things that I hate the most is when somebody just send you a link or send you a beat, and not only do they just, you don't know them and they send it to you, it don't be no other words, no other nothing, it just be a link or it just be a beat. Like, what do you think is the best way to approach an established producer? If you are an up and coming producer and you want to I don't know, maybe collab or work with another producer, like what would be the approach, social media wise, or is there
Let
one?
me answer this one. Don't send me beats. I have enough beats.
Facts.
I don't rap. I can't do nothing with your beats. Send your beats to an artist, not to a producer.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go to Home Depot and be like, yo, I got hammers. Nigga, we have hammers. We're good. Send them to an artist
Right.
that can actually do something and get your music out. Me saying, yeah, bro, nice beat. That does
Right.
nothing for you. Like,
Right.
people got different, like, talk to him, Diego.
No, my whole thing is with that is first I would say work with your peers. Like you got producers around you that are on your level. And work with them, build with them, learn with each other, and you just keep trying to push that envelope. And hopefully, if you get an opportunity to meet somebody in person, like basically one of my guys, Shay, right? So he used to intern for me, and now he sends me loops all the time, and I use all his stuff, and I've been placing his shit. I'm trying to get him on records, but it started because he hit me saying, "Look, bro, can I just be around you? I'll work for free, whatever you need, carry your shit." I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." And that started a whole opportunity. People are scared to do that, to start from the bottom. Like, why are you scared to do that? You want something so bad, start from the bottom.
That's a good point. So I take it both of y'all cool with like the intern route.
Yeah, I took the intern.
Oh my! And you said the social media thing. I don't think there is a way to do on social media unless you're already established. Like if I DM somebody like, yo, let's work, and they see, they're gonna fuck with me. But if you're a new producer, like it's gonna stay in that little area where they don't read it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Because it has no benefit for us.
That's a fact.
But it can bring us down.
That's a
We
fact.
might give you a chance, and then you do some lame shit, and now I'm looking crazy.
That's a real good point.
This happens.
Yeah.
I want to give you niggas a chance, but niggas
For
done
sure.
fucked it up.
See. Yeah. And the approach be wrong anyway. Don't be no words with the jump. Just a link. I'm like, come
You
on,
said
bro.
block.
Yeah, facts. Oh, that's that
still-
block button right
I
there.
still believe in like networking with people, like in person. Like I understand Instagram and all that internet stuff is taking over, but I still really believe in personal relationships. That's always gonna be number one to me. How I work and how I build my relationships.
Facts.
You gotta get in that room.
You gotta get in the room.
Somebody hit me
Yo,
in the
listen.
DM, like work, but if you're in the room, I'm like, okay, this nigga must do something.
Yo,
Yeah,
Bricks
exactly.
is king being in the rooms, bro. Every room I'm ever in, he just pops up like everybody, bro. And he's the life of the room, bro. He made everybody laugh. He just made everybody comfortable, and it's like, yo, where Bricks at? It ain't right without him. That you give the room that feeling, you're wanted. You just want to get yourselves in these rooms, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
No, I don't know if online it was this whole debate about no free beats. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I seen it.
And I don't know if you know Charlie Jabay, but he's like a manager of 2 Chainz and all these other people. And he was saying that he doesn't believe in the no free beats thing, right? That you should give certain artists beats. So how do you feel about it? Do you ever give certain artists beats for free? Are you charging everybody? What's your approach when you working with artists about pricing?
You want to answer? I can answer.
Go ahead. I know you want to answer back. Go ahead. That's what about his money.
How I want to say this.
Say what's on your heart. Don't think too long.
I'm just saying, like, ain't no such thing as a free beat. I'm gonna get paid eventually. If the song blow up, I'm gonna get paid. You should get your advance anyway. Like, if you're working with niggas that can't give you no advance, we ain't working, my nigga. I'm not saying, like, I feel niggas, though, like, before I had a name, and it was like, and I need the bread.
It's a way of coming up, though. I can't knock it. It is a way of coming up.
But you can shoot yourself in the foot, too. Like, you can be, like, trying to overtake niggas, like, impressing the issue so hard that they, like, I don't know what the fuck with this nigga.
Right.
But if it's an established major artist, it shouldn't even be no back and forth. Like,
You gotta
my
pay for it.
advance,
Yeah, that's
cool.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
So you wouldn't shoot the major artists a free beat under any circumstance?
I'm gonna shoot them the beats. I'm not gonna charge them then.
Right,
I'm gonna
right.
let them cut. Okay, I want this one and this one. Okay, cool. Send the producer docs. Okay, we'll work it out then. I'm not gonna be like, they're gonna be like, y'all need to be for. Nobody ever asked that.
Nobody's ever
like
asked
that's
that.
nobody asked
Only
that.
people that ask that are like new artists that aren't even signed. And really, the only time you should give a free beat is if you invest yourself in an artist that you want to sign for yourself. Then that's different. But like, other than that, I've never given a free beat in my life, bro. I never have. That's just not in me.
But what you can do is, this what people get caught up in that front end so much. I want my front end too, though. I can't lie. So what I'm gonna say, I'll say is there's different routes to take. You can give them a beat. Okay, you can't afford this beat. Okay, this is what we can do. Either you pay me this, or give me half the master. We split everything that the song makes 50-50. That's one route you can take. Okay, you can't afford me for this beat. Make me a feature artist. So it'll be, let's say Diego's the artist. It'll be Diego featuring Bricks, like some DJ Khaled shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And I take a little less of the master maybe, and you don't have to pay me up front, and we'll just split it down the middle.
Right.
Or, all right, we talking about a major artist or independent artist?
Both. Either. What's
Okay.
the difference?
Let's say if it's a major artist and they don't have the budget to pay you for the beat. Okay, cool. You can have the beat. Give me a feature, and let me use that.
Right.
But let me use your distribution. You got to put the song out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ways to get around niggas not having that front end bread.
Yeah.
Just got to use your brain.
Now, what about independent though?
Independent. Okay, give me half of the master. Cool.
100% until you give me what I want, and then you get that shit back.
No, you ain't get shit out. You get half of the master, nigga.
Period. That's it.
I want
In the
all,
story.
I want all the masters.
Jeez. Get it.
Be the label.
Ain't nothing wrong. I did half of the work. I need
That's
half
real.
of the master. What are we
That's
talking
real.
You
about?
can be the bank.
That's a fact.
Be the bank.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
Mm-mm.
Now, Bricks, for me, I feel like one of your strong points is social media. Like, you're really good at promoting yourself. Like, what's the importance of producers promoting themselves to you?
What's your brand? You're not gonna buy nothing that you ain't never seen no commercials about, no reviews about, no nothing. Niggas got bro. My name's Solid Gold all around the world. My brand is super, super solid,
Right.
and it's value in your brand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I told him, you got a regular white T-shirt. That T-shirt could be Gucci, but it's the fact that it looks the same. But the fact it's Gucci, it's worth a check because it's the brand.
That's a fact. How much has Instagram played into your brand? Like, did it help you build your brand? And if so, how?
I mean,
Because you always on.
absolutely. That's your brand, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got people hit me up trying to sponsor me with products and this and this and that because they want to get associated with my brand.
Right.
Because I'm more than a producer. I'm a brand. I might drop a cereal.
Not the
The Brickos.
The Brickos.
Something.
bowl of bricks.
But I'm a brand, folks. And everybody's a brand.
Right.
It's your face card.
That's real.
Facts.
The other aspect to that too, there's brand and there's product, right? So the product got to be up to par with the brand. That's the other thing too. Because if you got the brand but the product is shit, you're not gonna last long. There's no longevity in that. See, like Louis, Gucci, all these big brands. Touch the shirt, bro. It's thick. It's real quality. It's gonna last forever, bro. It's good quality shit. So that's just as important too.
That's
Perfect
a good
that
point.
fucking craft, man.
That's a good point. Because you could go live every day cooking up like Bricks do, but if you make horrible beats.
Yeah,
That's a big point.
Perfecting your craft to me should always be number one. Make beats. I make beats. At least attempt to make beats every day. If not, if I can't make a beat, then I'm gonna go and study something. I'll go listen to some 70s music. Listen to the sonics. Like, you just gotta study this shit. Practice that shit. Perfect your craft.
Mastering the craft.
That's number one always.
I like that. So, man, typical question. We might as well get it out the way since you touched on the subject. How many beats do you make in like a standard week, I guess?
Bro, I hate. This has been the most famous question that everybody's been asking producers lately: is how many beats you make a day? How many beats? I don't care about the number, man. Like I said, it's quality. You just whenever you feel it's done, it's done. Move on to the next. Like if you use like 5 loops, you make 5 beats in like an hour. If you do shit from scratch, it's whatever you feel. There's no rules to this shit, man. Just cook.
That's a fact.
What you think?
I think that question is invalid. I think the real question is how much money you made.
I like it.
Let's go.
Let's talk about that.
Right.
That's a fact.
You can make beats till you go in the face.
And if am I off course in assuming that there's some weeks where no beats get made because other shit is going on, right?
I ain't making goddamn.
If you made one beat in that 1 week and you sell it and you could have made 100 and you don't sell none of them, what the fuck was the point?
I win.
That's good.
That's real.
And both of those answers are great because I feel like it's a lot of people that sit on here and they like that's the only part that they start on and stop at is they make 1 million beats every day, but don't do anything else to get the beats out there. Like the beat is just the beginning. Then you gotta get the beat to somebody, and then that's really kind of just a beginning because the idea is to get the beat
Out.
a song. You want to get a song, you get the song
Yeah.
out. And I think producers just get stuck in I made 10 beats today.
Because you know why? Because this is a numbers game, and I understand that. But it also depends on where that's like a brand. Back to the brand, depends where it's coming from. If I send 2 beats, 1 or 2 of them are gonna get listened to and recorded to. If Joe Schmo sends 10 beats, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter if it's better than mine. It's the brand. It doesn't matter.
Yep. We want to fuck with Diego.
Right.
That's a fact. Because other people fuck with Diego.
So what is some of the most solid ways to build your brand? It's a question from Orso Beats.
Solid ways to build your brand: stay consistent, deliver quality, value. Every time I post, I try to bring value to somebody. Like they're gaining something from reading my shit. It's not just like fat ass and some titties on my page. Like it's like you're walking away with something. Like inspiration, motivation, know-how, insider information to the music industry. When you look at my page, you're gonna learn things that you didn't know before you looked at my page.
Right.
Or you can see me do something, and you're gonna believe that you can do something that you didn't believe you could do before you looked at my page. So that's a part of my brand as well. So the question was, how do you build your brand?
Yeah, like what's some solid ways to build your brand?
I'm gonna throw one in real quick. For me, it's consistency. Because we're in an era right now where Spotify, everything is, we want new music, Everyone's releasing music so fast. It's like albums dropping every week that it's all about consistency. If I keep at it, what I'm doing, perfecting my craft and putting these beats, I'll go on a session. I'm over here in Atlanta. I live in LA. I moved from Miami. I'm moving around trying to figure it out. Not everybody's doing that. This is me keeping my consistency. And I'm very determined for that. Like, you got to do that shit. Because if not, you're going to sit back while I'm getting all these places. When everything starts dropping, my brand goes sky high. Everybody's calling my phone for these records. Why? Because I did this one extra step, one extra trip that you didn't take. You feel me? Like, it's consistency. Especially, they're dropping albums every day, bro. It's crazy. You can't even appreciate records no more.
We listen like 2 on the way over here.
Yeah, that is crazy. It used to be like you put out if some shit was fire, it would
last for
rock
months.
For a minute.
You got 2 weeks max.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, timeless artists.
Even timeless artists now, I feel like it's a short ass window compared to what it used to be. Damn. Okay. All right. So I got a question about touring. Dio, you ever been on tour?
I was on tour with Future for the Honest tour, and I went on tour with Monica after that too. But it was Enrico Love, of course.
Okay.
And it was crazy.
So you did touring, Bricks. I know you toured with Thug and a few other people. What do y'all think about tour life, and how much music do you get? Do you still make music on tour?
Absolutely. If you were a real artist, as soon as they walk on stage, we're going to the studio. Niggas who really do this shit, when we want to party, if it's partying, we're getting paid. It's a walkthrough. After the show, we're going to the studio. Or we have a studio on the bus.
Yeah, that's what we did. Cooked up in the bus.
Every day.
We're
on the road for hours.
Damn. Well, I got another question to that, but first of all, I'm going to go back to some shit you just said real quick. We get paid for the walkthrough. I like that. So as a producer, you with the artist, but you like, no, nigga, if it's a walkthrough, I'm getting paid.
I'm getting paid because they getting paid, and they paying me.
Right.
Gotcha.
So it's trickling down into my pocket for sure.
But the beauty of touring though is you build so many strong relationships because that artist you're with, people are gonna come see them in the show backstage. You're gonna meet them. You build these strong ass relationships, and you take that with you.
Nice.
Help you get more placements.
And how does the change in environment, does that affect what type of beats you make when you're on tour?
Hell yeah. That shit is so inspiring. You just come every day you're in a different city. You see, I was young back then. I don't do this anymore. But all the girls and everything, it's inspiring. All these things are inspiring. Right. So, it puts a different aspect when you make beats.
Nice.
And seeing how crowds react to the performances, it's crazy. That influences all your stuff.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, that's the tempo y'all like. Okay, cool. I'm going to go make this right now.
It's like you the DJ for the concert or whatever. That's fire. That's a nice cleanup too. Way before I met your mother. Way back when I was a kid. Way back. I like that.
No. I'm engaged now.
They was partying. I was on the bus reading the Bible. Come on, you guys.
Sound Desire says, "Is the point of making beats really the money?"
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Listen, this is what I want to say.
Oh,
that's two things.
Okay,
listen. You got music. Then you got music business.
Thanks.
I'm in the music business.
Thanks.
I'm trying to get this Lambo next year.
Which one?
I've been talking to him about this all day. Huracan.
All day, bro.
Yes.
All fucking day.
I just had a meeting with my accountant. She was like, "What are your financial goals?" I want a Lambo. Make it happen. But ask this question again. I'm gonna give a real good answer.
Is the point of making beats really the money?
Okay, I love making beats. The beats I love making the most, you'll never hear them because it's what I like.
Right.
When I send beats to artists, I send them what they need, not what I like.
That's a bar.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know what the industry needs. It's a lot of hit songs that I don't like,
Right.
but I know I need to have that to give to them. So I make music, it makes me happy, obviously, but at the end of the day, we're in the music business. This is what we do for a living.
That's real.
Facts.
Because to me, it's like if you spend the most time doing something,
Get paid.
you got to get paid for it.
Yeah.
And if you spending 8 hours a day making beats, it's like, yo, how is you gonna live besides making money?
We don't know no other way, bro.
Right.
Damn. That's a fact. There's some bars in that one. There's some bars in that one. So, both of you, especially Diego, I've known you for a while. You crazy at networking.
Right.
Bricks, just knowing you in a short period of time and knowing what I know about you, you are also the man when it comes to networking because Diego
Absolutely.
said so. So could y'all share like just some networking tips, whether it's for a beginner or for whoever, just good networking tactics?
My number one, I always say, is keep up with people. Because it's easier to get somebody's number, easier to meet somebody, but people forget to keep up with people. Like, yo, what's good with you? How you doing? What's good? You know, let's link. You in town? Shit, let's grab a bite. You know, we'll figure about work later. Just keep keeping up with people. That's one thing I would say.
That's fine.
I would say, get out of your grandma's basement, dog. Leave your house. You can't make no money in there. You can't make no connections. You can make connections with your girl and your mama when she walk past the couch and you on that sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Mom, listen to this beat.
Listen,
Right.
get in the studios where it's popping at. I know y'all know the Mike Will story. He was in his Patchwork. Gucci was in Patchwork. Boom. Oh, man. Woo, 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 woo. Mike Will made it.
Well, I hear somebody. I already know somebody here now. Like, yo, but I live in the middle of nowhere.
You better get your ass in.
Figure it out.
We all lived in the middle of nowhere. I came from Augusta. He came from
Stop it.
Broward County. And then, like, I had to get in the room. I said, whatever I need to do to get in the room, I'm going to get in the room. My first, like, session, real session, was with Gorillas Up.
Damn.
Way back.
Right.
I got
Last
my ass
week.
in the
Let's
room. Hey, man. What I'm saying is, like, I was in the room. I'm engineering him. Oh, you engineer? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. A couple months later, I'm engineering Young Scooter's mixtape. Street Lottery. I'm engineering Rocco. I'm engineering Future because they seeing me with this because I got out the house and went. And I told the studio owner, whatever I need to do to be in this bitch, I'm going to do.
Yeah. My whole thing is, if you are in the middle of nowhere and you're not willing to make the key word is sacrifice, somebody will. Someone's gonna take that
You don't wanna
sacrifice.
make it.
If you don't want to do it, cool, no problem. This is the music business. This ain't
That's right.
working.
It's
at
your
fucking
dream.
Chuck E. Cheese. It's your dream. A million people want the same shit. If you ain't sacrificing, snooze you lose, buddy. Sorry, not feeling bad for nobody.
Can I speak on that one more time?
Wait.
I want to let these people know it's your dream. You can't wait on no confirmations, no approvals from nobody. It's your dream. You can't get mad at other niggas because they don't believe in your dream because it's your dream. They don't even believe in their own dreams.
Right.
So why you think they gonna believe in you? You better just go, man. Listen, man, I'm the only person out of my family that does music. Everybody else working at factories and Walgreens and all this dub ass shit. Listen, man, if I would have listened to them,
You would have been right there with them.
right?
You gotta love that shit though to do it, man. Because if you don't love it, you ain't gonna take those extra steps, man. You gotta love this
We
shit.
ain't had no choice. It was like be a lame ass nigga or be a rich ass nigga. I'm just saying, bro. Big facts.
Right.
Wasn't no other option.
No, that's real. Shit. Hold up, man. What you got over there? I feel like we're neglecting the chat, man.
Now, where do you see the sound of hip hop moving to in the next 5 years?
My pockets.
In case you haven't figured, this motherfucker got a theme. It's a theme with him.
He about his money.
That's a fact.
Money.
That's a fact.
Man, where's hip hop moving? I think I've always said this. I see it going more musical, and it's happening right now. Like it's not just one chord anymore. people are starting to actually put real music behind it with some trap drums and people doing melodies. They ain't singing dope as hell. They just doing the auto-tune thing, but it sound dope. It works. And I love it, the musicality of it. I know you play keys, so you can appreciate all that. It's fire. Guitars, they putting live instruments in it. It's dope. I love where it's going.
I think that's fire. Do you think it's gonna leave a lot of people short? The people that kind of came on.
No, because now there's this thing called loop guys. They love sending them loops, and if you can't play keys, you use them. Simple as that. They're making this shit really easy to make beats. Stupid. Not to make it as a producer, but to make beats. The process of making beats is very easy.
I always say like now it's hard to find like shitty beats. It's like trying to find shitty weed. Like everybody can pretty much make a tough ass beat. Now.
That's why it's not about the music no more. It's about the network and the brand.
That's a fact.
But is you Runts though? Is you Metro Boomin though?
Exactly.
Hey, ask that question again.
Where do you see the sound of hip hop moving to in the next 5 years?
Okay, I want to say this again. Where do I see the sound of hip hop moving, or where do I see the sound of the music business moving?
Okay.
This shit ain't no talent show.
That's right.
Beyonce is not number one. Lil Pump is number one. Who can sing better? You know what I'm saying? It's not about who sing the best. Not about who got the best beats. It's damn near about. I don't want to say it again. It's about that clout.
This motherfucker clout.
It's about your brand.
Caps
Niggas gotta fuck with you.
Caps
You can sing all day and long, but you can be real fire at church, but you ain't gonna make it on the Billboard charts.
Right.
We talking about music business. Man, it's not a talent show. That's all I want to tell y'all. It's about hustling.
That's
It's
real.
about your brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. So, how important do y'all think it is to like have a team? Like, do y'all have teams, or you pretty much kind of do shit on your own? And by teams, I mean like assistants, managers.
Absolutely. You need a team. I have a manager, business manager, lawyer. I have young producers that send me stuff. Like, you gotta have a team. You can't do it by yourself. Because I believe in quality music. I really do. I'm not making shit music. And I also understand the idea of it's a numbers game. So I'm not about to sit here by myself trying to make 100 beats. I'm going, no, you send me some shit. Send me some shit. Send me some shit. I'm gonna go to these sessions and play everybody's shit. I'm still gonna eat off of everything. I need my team. Gotta have a team. Shit. Now me, Grizz, and Bricks been working almost every day now. Like, we build a little thing going on. Like, you gotta have people around you that you work with consistently.
Smart. At what point in your career do you think you should start finding a team?
Day one, instantly. When I first started, I was a duo with somebody. Like, I always understood you can't do it by yourself. Just like in the NBA, you can't win a game you can't win a championship by yourself. Maybe a game or two, but you're not winning the championship by yourself.
That's a bar, and I think that bears repeating, that you can't do it all yourself. Because if you ask a lot of producers like what their goal is or what their dream is, they tell you some shit, and it never involves anybody else.
Yeah, and
it's just them. I want to be the best producer in the world. I want to work on, and it's just.
And the key really is collabing, like, cause you're doubling your network. Like, me making a beat with Bricks, now he gonna send that same beat to all his network that I probably can't get to, and I'm gonna do the same thing that he probably don't know some of the people. You know what I mean? So collabing to me is one of the biggest ways to escalate fast, straight up to the top, fastest way. You do one collab session with Metro and Murder, and you might have made the shit that changed. I know you changed somebody's life recently. You got somebody a crazy one. I can't talk about it, but you know what I mean? So him collabing with you changed his life.
Bricks, you got a little number. I know you're trying to keep your stream going. I ain't wanna.
Bam. All right, wait. What else we got in the chat, young homie?
Bricks, would you say being selective with the studio you choose matter? Would it make sense to go to a studio to work with someone with no name if it's convenient?
Run it back one more time.
So basically what he's saying is, does it matter what studio did you intern or work for? If the studio doesn't really have anybody going in there, is it worth doing?
That's a good ass question.
Okay. So I'm going to break it down in two ways. You got to obviously get in a poppin' studio so you can get around the poppin' artist. However, just because you're in a poppin' studio, they might not give you the poppin' knowledge. Because you have to learn. Like, me and Diego can go to any studio in the world. If that shit is in hieroglyphics, my nigga, we can work every piece of equipment in there. We know everything, every patch bay, every compressor, every EQ, everything. It's all universal. But you can be in a room. Being in a room gives you the opportunity.
Right.
That doesn't necessarily give you skill set. So you have to be fine. Like he said, you have to like have quality. Like, niggas know when you walk in the studio with me, it'll get to a point where they only want to work with you. I ain't recording unless Diego recording me.
That was shit would happen, bro. I had artists coming to
He got the
Miami
skills.
saying like, "Yo, if I can't get my engineer, I'm going somewhere else. Like, I can't do
Facts.
that."
That's a fact.
So intern. So you might have to. I interned at 2 studios. I interned at all them motherfuckers. I was at Hot Bees. I was at Patchwork. I ain't interned at Patchwork, but I was at Penthouse. That's where I started at. But the nigga at Penthouse was teaching me everything. But now I'll go to Hot Bees and apply it because they had the popping artists.
Right.
Drake was coming through. Wayne was coming through.
Smart. Smart.
That's a good question though.
Do you think that someone that is doing music part time have a real shot at breaking through into music, or it's more of a full time endeavor?
Fuck no. It's a full-time job.
Cause we gonna outwork your ass to death,
Exactly.
boy.
Exactly. Cause then you're gonna have to get you gonna rely on that main job forever. Forever. It's a wrap.
I feel like that's what people don't understand when it comes to the placement game and all that, is that you're competing against. I mean, we look at like Michael and all this in Metro, but we're competing against them also.
They work every day too.
Yeah, and I don't think people are realizing they competing against you. They're competing against you, and that if they only have time in it, you got all the time. You know, you all day. You over here cooking up.
Let me say something on that.
Hmm?
Let's say me and you, we running a race.
Right.
I'm running that bitch. You running. All right, I'm gonna chill out for 8 hours. When you get up, I'm gonna be 8 hours ahead of your ass.
That's real.
Okay, now multiply that times 365.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
That's right. Yeah. That's a fact. So would you suggest people taking like the leap of faith? Like, I got a 9 to 5, but I really want to get popping with this music shit. Would you suggest like people like quit the fucking job and
Bruh.
invest in this shit?
What are y'all niggas protecting? Oh, I'm gonna lose my 1-bedroom apartment in the hood. Can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't be, oh man, I gotta pay my Honda car note. Nigga, what are you working so hard for? You know what I'm saying?
I've taken multiple leaps of faith throughout my career. Not just
That's
one.
daily.
One is nothing. That's a
Daily.
joke. Bro, I've taken so many leaps. Going to school for engineering is already a leap of faith. Because everyone's like, why? Why are you doing that? That's stupid. Getting an internship, leap of faith. Quitting that so I could do beats full time. Having $100 in my pocket, leap of faith. Moving to LA, leap of faith. Bro, you gotta take them shits.
And then it becomes like regular and shit.
It's regular.
Because I'm sure the first leap was scary as hell.
The first one's scary, and then it's like, bro, I know I'm gonna be good because I'm gonna outwork everybody. And I'm a hustler. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm always gonna figure that shit out.
So how much of this shit is like you learn it and you could apply it, and how much of this shit is just DNA? Like, do you feel like you just got to be built or born a certain type of person to even make it?
You gotta be built for that shit. This shit is DNA. If you notice, a lot of the successful people, there's something about the personalities you could tell us.
Yeah,
like,
we dope.
either they got a strong ass personality, very confident, and they know how to work a room. They all got these traits. Like, it's in your DNA.
Yep, that's what I'm noticing. Because I don't think anybody could just learn it. Because if you think about it, everybody got the internet. You can look up half the shit. You can listen to this interview and know all the answers, but then certain people will go out and it just...
And people don't. Here's the thing. People see shit all the time. They learn things. They all this stuff online, but they don't. The key word is apply. They don't apply it. Like, everything I'm learning, bro, I'll sit with you for a week and I'll learn 2 little tricks you do. I'm like, okay, cool. Guess what? I'm gonna apply it. That's the difference between me and that guy. I apply everything I learn. That shit is just, it's so important to do that shit.
Diego, if anybody hears me talk about you, I always applaud how like you control a room. It's been big sessions where I'm like thinking the other producer, like Diego's the co-producer, and Diego's running the show, and I'm just like, oh shit, like he's really the captain. You know what I mean? And it's cool because I've seen him I met you, I think, when you was at Circle House at engineering. So then being a producer, then you
you've
how
seen
far,
the whole.
so this is dope, man. So I definitely think just the mindset is really a big part of it.
That's dope. Because I heard him say that about you a lot. And then I heard Diego say that about you. You know what I mean? So that really is like a common denominator amongst like successful producers. Because being in a whole bunch of rooms and like Polo, great example. Tim, great example.
Yeah, and if you're lucky enough to be in a situation where you can be under a big producer and you're new, you're a fresh guy, you're like with Doug or somebody you were, like, if you don't know how to learn from these people, then you're fucked. Like, you got to be able to watch and take their not steal their connections, but like get their networks and watch how they work and watch their formula on Pro Tools. If you can't learn that and apply it, then you're just there wasting your time.
That's real.
I want to say that if you don't take that leap of faith, you won't even be having no conversation. You won't have no opportunities.
That's real.
Niggas always be hitting me up like, bro, you know, I'm scared to do this. Like, what if I do this and it don't work out? And this and that. I be like, all right, well, stay home, lame ass nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what are you asking me for? You scary.
Yeah.
To be in this industry, you gotta have some nuts, dog.
Yeah.
To be a man and to get rich, you gotta have some nuts, dog. You gotta go against the grain.
Yeah, and this crazy. I know producers that got a wife and kids, a full family at the house, and they're leaving to a different state or country to go figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you said. I'm about to ask you to say it again, just louder.
Hey, man.
I mean, hey.
Is that hoe making you money? That's all I want to know. Is she helping you with your beats? Is she like, I believe in your dream? You know what I'm saying? It depends. It's, you know, you got female producers, you got male producers. Let me shut my ass up.
Hey, it's a safe space.
Can I ask the question?
Yeah.
What? Because I wanted everyone to touch on this. What do you think? Because I know it's there's not that many female producers in this game, and what do you think is a way for female producers to climb up? Because it's hard for them. It's really hard for them to be in these rooms.
It ain't though.
It is.
Wait, hold on. I think I'm kind of where
New producers.
Where you
New
at?
producers.
Bruh, I'm about to say the most masculine answer
Say
of
it.
all time. This hoe come in the room. And you're a girl, so niggas automatically gonna be interested in what you got going on. You know what I'm saying?
But what's in their mind? What they want from you?
Okay, it depends on your attitude, the way you present yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if you a man, if you come in and you just a lying ass nigga, we ain't trying to hear what you got to say. Period. But if you come in and you like, what's up, I'm so-and-so, Grizz real good at doing that shit.
Right.
Niggas already know he popping as soon as he start opening his mouth. You know what I'm saying? But a girl, I think it's easier for a girl damn near, especially if you fine as hell, niggas gonna be like, her shit crazy.
Dog. I feel the exact same way. I feel like you got an advantage. I mean,
Definitely. You got titties.
It's other shit. It's other
I can't
shit.
compete with that.
But no, you're right. 'Cause it's other shit you gonna have to deal with. That.
Oh yeah, you gonna have to do with a hell of lane.
Obviously,
Yeah.
But as far as like getting
that stick
people
on.
interested in you, you can walk in. It could be a room full of dudes. You like, I got beat. Anybody want to hear it?
Yes.
Hell yeah, everybody
Yes.
want to hear it.
Pull it up.
Number one, you probably the only female in the room, so you're a unicorn off the rip. And
But they gotta walk. They gotta walk with grenades all around them, bro, carefully like this.
Oh, yeah.
Because the one wrong step, they do the wrong move, and it's a
they
wrap.
fall into the.
So that's why in a way it's hard.
Yeah, as easy as much of an advantage it is,
It's easier to
the
fuck
shit,
it up.
The shit you got to deal with that's fucked
In the
up.
beginning, at least. In
But
the
look at
beginning.
Lil Cece. Stupid bad. Yo, I don't know Lil Cece. I don't know her situation. She talking to Drake or whatever. Yo. Okay, but that don't really count because she don't really make beats, I don't think.
In the water.
What?
Anybody got the water?
She got that beat up there somehow.
Let's all three of us go get Diego some water.
Look, I'm just saying, shout out to Wonder Girl. That is my homie.
She's fire.
She
She's
fuck with me
fire.
the long way. I
She
fuck
is
with her. I've been knowing her for a long ass time.
And Jazzy, fire writer, producer.
And it's like, when you a girl, when you have like a disadvantage in any kind of way, not saying being a woman is a disadvantage, I'm just saying the better your shit is, niggas don't be like when Wonder Girl play a beat, they judging you off the beat.
Right. Yeah.
Her shit is crack. Her shit better than my shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you have like, when you're a woman or you like a lame ass nigga, if you got crazy hard beats,
You got to compensate.
you supersede your lameness.
And that's what I was gonna say. Like the female DJs, right? It's not many really good female DJs, right? A lot of them are just models who play music.
I agree with that.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And if they
I
were,
DJ too now.
and if they were good, I feel like people would have respected it much more. But people just look at it like, oh, you jugging, you cute, and you trying to get a bag.
I see some fire ones though, but
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
goal too, though.
Yeah.
To get the bag. That's the
Yeah.
goal.
I'm not mad at it, but to get to that, nobody talks about a lot of female, and it's some out there, but nobody talks about them like how we talk about Jazzy Jeff, because a lot of them aren't technically as good, which is, and there's a lot
But
of people.
DJing and producing are two different things. though.
Well, I'm just saying the application of the art,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I hear a lot of female producers, and we'll give them a shot, but if you're grading on a scale, to be honest.
Yeah, you got to be 5.
Yeah, I feel like you should be graded on the same damn scale.
They'll be, some of them will be like a C, but we just give them a shot because it's like, oh, we don't see that often. You don't see many females, so it's like, I'm gonna give her a shot.
So that's easy for them to get in. But you got to come with
Yeah,
it. You got to come with it. We didn't give you the mic. Okay, what you gonna say?
Yeah,
Right,
once you get the
exactly.
eyes and the ears, you gotta have some shit to show. For real. Or else you gonna
Unless you
fall
just
into a
that
weird
fine. And
situation.
I'm gonna be like, this shit is crazy.
That's a weird situation for a woman to be in. That's weird, man.
This shit fire.
Oh man.
For real, who? You.
Nah, but
Yeah,
we need more female producers in the community.
I
though.
agree.
I feel like all of us should, embrace it and try to help them out as much as we can.
but you got to go against the grain, just like we did. We went against the
they gotta
traditional
thug it out.
path.
They gotta thug it out
Yeah.
too.
We went against the traditional path, so you're gonna have to go against the dogma of being a woman, and we expect you to act like this and do this and do that.
Right.
You're gonna have to break away, just like we did. Same thing.
Yeah, because like when you talk about Wonder Girl, it's not. I don't think of her. I know she got girl in the name, but I don't think of her as like. I just think she's fire. When I think of Wonder Girl, I think it's crazy beats.
But you think her mom and society wanted her to do that?
Right.
She had to take a leap of faith. I'm about to do this shit, just like everybody sitting at this table.
That's a fact. That's real. That's a fact, though. That's a good question, Diego. Damn, you got it. You got it rocking. You got it rocking.
Let's see. Do you think that someone that I read that one. Hold on. How do you feel about producers taking on the task as engineers for money and connections? A lot of producers are going this route because it's money. Everybody want to rap.
I'm gonna say, you want to answer? I can answer this.
I'm gonna just say that it's good, consistent money. If you gotta get your bag, get your money. Do what you gotta do.
I would say the same thing he just said. Engineering is like the day job of producing,
Yeah.
where you can still do something in your field, still get connections. It's the day job of producing, but you can become a master at it. Like we both multi-platinum engineers as well.
Yeah. Grammy-winning engineers.
Yeah, for sure. But
I'm sorry. Excuse me. 2 times. Sorry. All right, go ahead.
that bread hit different when it's your beat though. So that's why when I first time I got $15,000 for a beat, I was like, what is a mouse? What is Pro Tools? I know 40 loops now. I never heard. You know what I'm saying? I stopped.
It feels different, bro.
I stopped. I was like, nigga, I gotta work 17 hours a day till my eyes bleed every single day to try to get a couple of bands at the end of the month. Nigga, when I saw my first beat, shit, bro.
I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't seen Pro Tools since.
I ain't gonna lie. I was making good ass money as an engineer.
Okay, he was different. This
killing
nigga
it.
was getting bread.
Yeah, I was doing good. That's why Leap of Faith was like, damn, I'm about to leave this consistent money and probably make shit for a couple years so I can figure it out.
I was getting bread too though.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say what I was getting, but it was 5 figures a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was getting good bread, but still, no nigga. If you sell 2 beats for 15 bands a piece in a month time, you ain't no amount of engineering.
Yeah, but when you first started, you ain't selling beats for 15 grand. You got
engineer for sure. It's the day job.
Right.
Yeah.
You can at least get $100 a day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What? That's horrible. Damn.
I say at least.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I would never do that. I'm not even gonna sit in the chair for $100. But at least if you're starting and you're getting $100 a day, that's 3 bands.
And hearing something you recorded on the radio versus hearing something you produced on the radio, that feeling hits differently, bro.
Yeah,
Very
it's fire.
different.
Yeah. That's true. Damn, that's a fact. So wait, do you think it was possible for you to like do the engineering shit where you was making bread and branch off and be a producer, or did you have to just like leave?
I believe in plan A, no plan B. That's just how I live my life. And I felt like engineering was taken away because there was times where I knew I was supposed to be someone I couldn't because I had to do this, and someone else was out there getting that. So I was like, nah, that's not me. I'm putting all my water in one plant. If it don't grow, fuck it. That's how I was.
Right, burn the boats.
I like that one. How deep are you guys into licensing music?
He got that. I did I mean, bro, if you license it, we talking about syncs at this point, right?
No, I thought he meant like leasing. Is that what he means?
No, I think he's talking about syncs.
Syncs?
Yeah.
Oh, syncs,
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't had any major syncs. I had like some shit on like this show called Insecure. I got like 10 bands off of that, maybe. Then I did like the NBA Finals, shit like that. But that movie money, I ain't got that.
I did Superfly. I had 3 on there with
Okay,
Rico Love,
yeah.
and actually Trizza was on there too with me. The money was cool. It's not like having a record on Billboard, but it's it's a good look, and they don't give out, at least for me, they didn't give out royalties or publishing on it. Unless it's on the actual soundtrack, but when it's on the actual movie, they try to just do a little payout. And then same thing with the I was on NFL Madden, I forgot what year, but they do the same thing. They try not to pay out nobody, so it's like it's really a look. It's really for the artist, to be honest with you. It's a good look for the artist. Right. The producer just gets a one-time little fee. It's cool. It's
cool because it's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
You never expect it.
Like, okay, I'm gonna buy some extra shit this month. You know.
You never expect it. You just get an email like, "Hey, we want to use this on."
And it's like you're double dipping because if you sometimes the records are already out. And you got paid for it already 1,000 times, like with the publishing royalties and the upfront, and then they'll put on the movie. You get another check.
Damn, that make good ass sense. Actually.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about syncs, but then I guess we can get into Diego. I think we asked you this before. How do y'all feel about selling beats online or leasing beats? What's your take on it?
I look at it like Louis Vuitton and then Marshalls. Marshalls making good money. They're killing it. They're making great money. And Louis Vuitton is as well, but not everybody can afford Louis Vuitton, and it's just a high brand. Like I don't want to hear whack people on my shit. I don't want to. You know, that's my biggest thing too. I can't hear whack people on my beats, bro. So I took this route. They both work. They could both make you rich. They really can, but it depends on what you want to do and where you want to hear your music at. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear on the radio. You want to hear it. You know what I mean?
I agree with that 1,000%. I also say, if you at a point in your life and you need that bread, you can get that bread. However, I want to say, like, it can damage your brand.
Yeah.
Because, let's say, I'm saying I charge $15K for a beat, right? Okay. Right. Label might be like, nigga, you online selling beats for 13 cents and a quarter. You know what I'm saying? So it can damage. Like, okay, well, you keep that. I'll just go on your website and get it in.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it can definitely damage your brand, bro. So you got to be tricky with that one.
Yeah,
that's a special topic.
And I feel like you have to network in there too. When you're selling beats online, it's just as much work as trying to get a placement.
Yeah, so I don't do it.
I tried it when I first started.
When we first started, of course.
This is too much work. I might as well try to really make it.
Exactly. And do what you really want to do.
Do you think that you could do both ever? Like, is there any way to do both?
To fuck your brand up.
I know producers that have done both. Didn't what was that producer?
Cash Money AB.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. Paul Calvin did, but he switched.
Jalo Beats. I know he did that, right?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. He did.
It's tricky, like, because you can really mess your brand up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll lessen the perceived value of your product.
Yeah, because it's kind of like anybody could get it for a low cost.
Like, okay, we're talking about the Tesla truck. The Tesla truck is 40 bands. Mm-hmm. I say it's hard. I like the design.
Right.
But if it was 240 bands, I'd be like, this shit crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that actually make good sense. Oh shit, yeah. YouTube, we still here. Instagram, we gotta restart. That shit. But damn, that's
my shit ended too.
I love and respect all women.
That's not what you said on the way here,
Mom.
Mama. Yeah.
Oh shit. Say mine.
Hey man, it's your handkerchief.
Serious questions. Some questions is cool.
Bro,
you
know he can talk to his Ableton and make it do shit.
I don't fuck with your Ableton niggas, bro.
Come on, man. Y'all do it, man. Ableton niggas make the world go round.
Man, you need both.
They the same niggas that design your iPhone.
Yeah,
for real?
Nah.
Capping.
Same type of nigga.
Everybody knows it. Image Line made the iPhone. He got live over with you.
Oh shit! Everybody should do it.
Hey man,
what's good? We in the UnQuantized.
That's right.
Podcast.
We in here, man. Damn, niggas gonna be.
All right, so we back
here with some little pump questions.
Let's go. All
right. I plead fifth. Let's go.
All right, go for it. Somebody asked me this. How'd you end up working with Lil Pump? And in your opinion, what are the top songs that you did with him and why?
I've only done one record with Lil Pump.
Okay.
That's Supposed to Be is out.
Oh, you did work on that?
Yeah, that was me, Go Grizz, and Molly Mall.
Nice.
So that record, all right, there's so much shit on this record. So originally it was a Quavo song. The whole song was a Quavo record, right? It was about 2012. Maul had me remake the beat. This was a couple years ago. I think like 2 years ago. He had me and Grizz remake the beat. We remade it, and then we stripped the verses and we sent it out to try to pitch. Smoke Perp jumped on it. He wanted it originally, and then Pump jumped on it as well. And then he ended up taking it because he needed a single. He dropped it first. Simple as that. So it was kind of crazy play. But there was multiple versions of that record because when we remade that beat, we also accidentally sent that beat to what's the name of the Shoreline Mafia. Yeah, so it was on their project. So we had to remake the beat again. But there's so many versions of that song. So we made it work. So it was a cool record.
French Montana on it, right?
Oh, and French Montana, that's right. French jumped on. He was the last one to get on it.
That's dope. That's dope. Damn, I think I already asked y'all what your favorite joint was. I guess Bricks. Everybody want to know about the Drake joint. How'd you end up?
Which one?
The first one. Your first one.
Okay. Man.
Drake. Okay, here you go.
The first one. Super Blessing. Fucking Super Nightmare also.
Oh, these are the best.
Okay.
Best stories.
We did the song. I'm on the tour bus. Me, 21 Savage, Thug. I think Weezy was there, TM was there, a couple niggas was there. Gunna. Okay. We did the song. So how I wanna say what happened. Okay, so some stuff happened on my paycheck, so I was like, yo, nigga, I'm off the tour. I gotta get my bread. You know what I'm saying? So I went back to Paris. I went back to Europe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I came back, ended up getting back in the studio with Thug, and he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You about to be up out of here. And he played the shit. I heard the Drake verse. And he just said, just stay loyal, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then, so I'm like, bet. So I'm back in the game now. I'm like, fuck it, this shit cracking. I'm about to fuck with these niggas some more. Okay, cool. So now I take my girl that I had at the time. We went to Miami, and then I woke up in the morning. This is like a couple weeks later. I woke up in the morning. The song all over YouTube, all over SoundCloud. I'm like, I called the label like, yo. This is my first big song ever.
Right.
I've been working all my life to get to this point.
Right.
I got a song with Drake, Thug, and 21 Savage. Never been done before. I'm like, nigga, this shit about to go crazy. I'm about to be dumb rich.
Right.
Still dumb rich. But I woke up, the shit was all over the internet, and niggas couldn't stop it, my nigga. It kept getting uploaded. It'll do like 2 million views, 1 million views, 3 million views, boom, boom, boom. Delete the next day, delete. It was like a frenzy, and then it just leaked so much to where niggas was like,
yeah, once it go out, it's out.
But I used that record as leverage to get other Drake records. You know what I'm saying? Because at that point in time, I didn't have no big records. So now at least I was the guy who did that.
Facts.
So I would use that card when I went on the Drake tour. Like, yeah, I did the song with what's the name, wasn't it? They're like, okay, cool. It's like once you do a song with the nigga, with Drake, you're welcome, my nigga. Like,
yeah, you in it.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like I got back on the tour, and they was like, "Oh, you did that shit? Oh yeah, shit, put some shit up." And I just finessed that shit like that. So the song helped.
Damn.
It didn't hurt, but that shit was lame. Stupid lame.
But you made it back.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know, bro. That shit probably would have made me like some M's. I don't know, bro. That was a big ass song. But I got a song coming out next 2 weeks, nigga. That is gonna be bigger than that song.
Damn.
It's equivalent to that.
Damn.
And that bitch ain't getting leaked. I'll shoot one of these niggas.
Lil B on
God. That's a fact.
Nah, for real.
So wait. Damn, what the fuck is my bad? Save me.
What? Okay, it's super random. What is the most random placement that you got? Like, we all got like these ones where you be like, yo, how did I get this work? I got one with like Andy Milonakis. I don't know if you know who that is.
Okay, you doing other.
Yeah, it's super random, right? What's your most random placement that you've got?
for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Either one.
Shit, I would say the one with J Park that I did with you, Trizza.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's
Korean
K-pop.
placement. It was not really K-pop, but yeah, you could say it's kind of K-pop. But yeah, it's dope, man. Like that money overseas is good, and they're very respectful to the producer over there, man. They like they were DMing me, everybody like, thank you so much for producing this record. We love you. And I think it did pretty good over there. It's a dope little single.
Okay. Yeah. Damn. What's your most random joint?
Bro, I ain't gonna cap. Everyone that I did, I got down put some leg work in for.
But you ain't got like no crazy one like
a weird artist.
Like just a weird artist.
I had this fucking.
Said Pornhub.
I did some shit with Black China. That was random as hell.
Random. Yeah, that's
I did some shit with this midget girl.
Random.
It was a long road to get where I'm at.
It was like,
it was like a little. They had like a show on VH1. It was like little somethings.
I've seen that show.
Okay, Shorty was like, "Yo, I need that beat." Hey,
Wow.
man, I take midget bread too, folks. I need mine.
Taking them short stacks.
Man.
oh, that's fucked up.
Damn. All right. Cool. I don't know what mine is, so we can skip it.
midgets out.
You got money too.
Is coming in with an artist on your level the most consistent way to enter the industry? So like coming in with an artist is like,
no, I don't want you to be on my level, nigga. You better be making way more money than me.
Right.
I need you to be a global phenomenon.
Right.
right.
Yeah. Well, would either one of you all, or have either one of you all, try to break your own artist?
That's in the works. That's definitely in the works. I've been looking for artists, man, but it's like either they're dope as hell and they're already signed, or they're just weird ass personalities and they just fuck the whole shit up. Like it's hard. It's hard, but that's definitely a great way to break as a producer, though. If you're a new producer, is to have an artist and give him his first hit. You know what I mean? So
Do the whole project.
the whole project, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Brett?
Artists that signed to me, or just having a person's first hit?
No, an artist that you broke. Your
wanna
artist.
develop.
Nah, bro, I'm trying to develop my damn self. Nah, chase the money. That nigga develop artists. I don't know what he be doing, bro, but he got. I'm asking him like last week, like, yo, how are you doing this, bro?
Yeah, man, it's a whole thing. And like, look at Alex the Kid. He did Imagine Dragons and all that. Like,
I don't know how they would. That's a whole different skill set than making beats.
Yeah.
They don't got nothing to do with making beats.
That shit is not easy.
it's not. A lot of that is trying to find talent within like. It's like a diamond in the rough. Like it's tough to find that.
Then they be acting funny as
Yes.
hell.
That's the thing. Because you would think as many artists as it is, and as many dope artists as it is, that it would be easy. But you find if you're trying to do that shit, it's so many like quirks and shit to it that. It's
I feel like I'm in the position too in my life where I'm looking for producers right now to sign on the news because like I said, it's a numbers game. I'm trying to keep them cranking out. So I'm definitely looking for producers more than artists right now.
Beats to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
He
Diego.
said hit Bricks' email is
Damn. I got enough beats.
and I need somebody young and new and fresh with no ego.
I will shut up and listen to
Yeah, just
this game.
yeah.
I don't need you.
that's what they gotta get in their head.
I'm not gonna hurt you, but I don't need you at all.
That's real. That's a fact. What could a producer offer you for you to be like, all right, let me fuck with you? Because it ain't beats, obviously.
Well,
Right.
This is a good question from Beats Music. It says, "What is the most needed demand? Oh, in demand. Hold on. What is the most? Yeah, he said it wrong. But for people like us, what would be the most important thing? Like photography, songwriting, engineering. What would get someone in the room, and that you would actually need instead of beats or something?
How you can get in?
For me, it's engineering because it's the closest thing to producing. Like they kind of go hand in hand. So I say you picking up photography is kind of like a whole nother thing. Like,
Right.
but engineering, you're already doing that. So I feel like that's the quickest route. And everybody needs an engineer. Every producer needs someone to be able to record an artist. You know what I mean? Like, so I'd say engineering.
Okay.
That's pretty dope. That's a good answer.
The other thing too is like when you're in the room, it's not just about getting in the room, it's but knowing how to be in the room and how to act too. Because you could ruin everything if you get in the room and you just start acting weird, trying to get everybody's phone numbers. Like it's studio etiquette,
Right.
and that's something you
Like
gotta learn
shit.
it. If you don't know it, you could kill yourself, shoot yourself in the foot, man.
Bruh, people do that. Yeah, they get in the room and then they
They
just
get too excited.
OD and Yeah, we all been there before.
I feel like last time I was in LA with you, was in the studio, and you went to the bathroom, and dude just like tried to start playing beats in the session.
Yes, it was my session, and I invited someone to be a co-producer in my session. I'm bringing the artist to the studio, and he's just coming along, and I go to the bathroom, come back, and he's like playing his beats that is not that I didn't do. I'm just like, bro, like
Nah, so man.
this is my shit. I'm just bringing you along with it. Now, if it's different, if it's like me and you, we'll figure it out later. Like, if it's somebody like Bricks, we'll probably be like, all right, you play a beat, and then if they cut to your shit, man, let me fuck with it after. Yeah, we did. Honestly,
we gonna make it work out.
We gonna figure it out, and that's comes from experience. A lot of young producers don't understand that. Like, you come into a session at this level, it's like you're going to work. You're gonna, we figure it out. We have this relationship where we figure it out, bro. Make the placement happen.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta play your part.
Yeah,
you definitely gotta play your part.
That's a code too.
Respect the plug. I always say respect the plug. For sure.
Put it this way, I've recently, I've gotten a placement the end of last month that I might have added a sound, I might have not, I don't even remember. I don't think I did. It was that purple one, the one with Lil Skies.
That shit was hard.
Yeah, so Apex really did that beat, bro, and he out of respect for me being there, and it was a camp. He kept me in the song, and the credits gave me all my published everything. Shout out to him. Like, people don't do that anymore. That's the pop game does that. The urban game, they're kind of pulling away from that. But in the pop game, that's how everybody does it. I don't know if you know that, but anybody in the room gets equal percentage. It don't matter if you're in the back doing nothing.
Damn. That's like some 70s.
But you might not get another call again, though, if you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But,
That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta be flexible, cause like if Diego calls me about something, I'd be like, yo, let's figure it out. I don't really care what it is, cause I'm thinking of
bigger
the future.
picture.
Yeah, I'm
Bigger
trying to think
picture.
of the next one and the next one afterwards.
Hell yeah. Somebody hit me with some shit, and I'm like, I ain't really got that. I called Trizzo. Hey man, you got this? I ain't got nothing for this play, but maybe you got something. Whatever, man. Shit, work that shit out, man. I got a question for Bricks. Top 3 characteristics of a lame ass nigga.
That's a good question.
Cornball at me. Lang at me. Top 3 characteristics of a nigga that we don't want in the room.
Facts. Yes.
Talking to my hoe.
You Cuffy Combs, Cuff Daddy.
Talking to my
Cuff
hoe,
Daddy.
bro. Damn, my mama gonna watch this. And Go Grizzlies just joined my live. You answer that.
Well, okay.
Niggas just be doing too much.
Yeah, it's
like,
doing
you just gotta
too
be a
much.
cool ass nigga, bro. It's easy to a nigga that's a cool
A good
ass nigga.
session is if it don't feel like you're in there working. Feel like it's just a bunch of people hanging out like a barbershop, and we just making beats because we're in the studio. But it don't feel like we really working. And if you bring an
Facts.
element that's like yo, just chill, bro. Like, I don't
I'm
know
just
how to
saying,
explain
nigga, man.
it. It's a vibe. Everything is a vibe thing, man. If you fuck up the vibe in a room, like,
Facts.
you're not wanted, and that shit happens a lot, bro.
And then we're gonna step outside and be like, hey man, who that nigga?
They be asking stupid questions, making awkward jokes.
Hey man, let's beat this nigga ass. We be cool. Artists, they gonna be like, hey nigga,
Oh yeah, they go.
hey who brought it? Hey, who this nigga with?
Oh yeah.
Hey, who this nigga with, bro?
Artists will call you out real quick from the booth and shit. Yeah, they
Yeah.
call you out.
Hey, that nigga in the orange shirt. Yeah, get that nigga out of here.
Damn. Fire.
Nah, for real.
Smoking Aces says, how much are you guys personally using session musicians?
I use guitar players all the time. That's my main thing. That's probably about it. And maybe a keyboard player once in a blue moon, but that's.
I just used a violin player last week, Joy.
Oh, shout out to Joy.
You know Joy.
Check out that
Black's World.
Black's World. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to her.
Yeah, that's my homegirl. But I see her when I can. She sent me. She like come in my house, record a bunch of loops, and I'll be like, okay, cool.
Hey, anybody knows a fire flute player? DM me.
Yeah,
I got no publishing for y'all, but I got you.
that would be hard.
I actually got one for you, bro.
Yeah, have them DM me.
She in France, but I got you.
Send them loops.
What happened to my life, man? Yeah. All right, there we go. We bite. But
Someone says, Diego, what about signing older producers with no ego and loyal?
You said older?
Yeah.
I mean, age don't matter.
A cougar.
When I say young, I mean young-minded as
You're
far as
right.
like keeping their ear young with the music, not no old head shit where it's just like 1,000 chords in one beat.
Y'all seen that old man make that beat?
Oh,
nah,
yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, we were like 70 years old. That nigga was making a slap.
For real.
I was like, collab, bro.
Collab, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, those be the worst joints, man. Those be the worst shits to get. So, all right, man. What 2020? Neither one of y'all look like New Year's resolutions type motherfuckers, because y'all seem to get it every day. But like, what's your goal for next year? Because y'all also seem like the type of motherfuckers that don't do the same thing you did last year. So other than getting a Lambo,
Damn, you caught me.
I knew you was going there. Other than getting a Lambo, what's the new thing you
We
want to
got the same goal every year that we got every day. More money, be happier, get more plaques, get more racks. That's all I'm trying to do. Oh, I traveled, but I did all that. Man. You tell me what you want to do.
Yeah, I love traveling, man.
He working out. He getting in shape.
Definitely trying to do that.
He
And
trying to
look,
get waves.
I actually made a New Year's resolution last year, right? And I know you're going to hate me for this because we have a whole mindset, different thinking on it. I told myself, and I posted on social media too. I'm going to repost it from back then. I said I want to stop posting who I'm working with. Because I used to post every day what I'm doing, who I'm working with. I feel like not everybody needs to know every move I make. You know what I mean? I'll post like, if someone adds me, I'll repost it, but I don't really be like, oh, I'm working with Post Malone. Like, nah, you don't gotta know that. Because you put pressure on yourself, you know what I mean? And people are like, damn, you doing all this shit. Where the records at? You know what I mean? So, like,
True.
I'd rather wait till these records come out, and then I'm gonna cloud it up. You know what I mean? But I'm just not gonna post that much. And this whole year I didn't do it.
That's right. And you said y'all got different views of opinion on that. So
I'm a clout whore. I gotta get every picture. Cause I'm just saying, bro. I could have took so many pictures and I didn't take because I was like trying to like
be cool.
Nah, I ain't gonna ask the nigga for no picture. I could have been like, Drake, take a pic with me. Nicki, take a pic with me. Birdman, take a pic with me. Anybody, Lil Wayne. But I was like, nah, I ain't gonna look like no lame ass nigga. But now I'm like, nigga, now I don't got no picture. And now I feel like a lame ass nigga because I don't got no picture.
Because you don't get no pictures. So now you just like, fuck it, I'm getting all the pictures.
It's different now because everybody on social media, everybody knows Instagram, this and that. So it's taking pictures normal now.
That's a good point.
Still, it would be like, I don't want to ask this nigga to take no picture. But this shit could lead to me getting some bread.
But you know what's fire though is trying to catch a picture while y'all working. Like, don't even tell them. Just like, hey, take a picture, bro. And just fake play the keyboard.
You can bring a cameraman with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the best one. Because I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get no pictures. All the people I work with.
Yeah, we should have got pictures.
But what's the approach to getting a picture? Like, because it can't be, hey man, take this picture with me.
And I ain't gonna lie, I don't usually do that, but I did it for Will Smith when I worked with him.
I was so mad that day, bro.
He was really working on some records. I'm just like, listen, bro, you Will Smith. Bro. I need a flick. I'm sorry, I need a flick, bro.
You snuck out, didn't you?
I snuck out.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it because I never asked for pics like that.
I was so mad that day, bro.
See,
You got to.
And Chris Bosh because I'm a Heat fan. That's it.
I started getting smart. I just started taking you take a camera person with, like you said, you take a camera
That's
person
the
with
fly way to do it.
And if it's a woman, are you good? She can walk in with a whole big camera with video. They ain't gonna say nothing to her.
Yeah, Karen is my photographer now. She's dope. Shout out to Karen.
That's smart.
Spacehead says, how many unreleased tracks do you think you have with majors? And do you ever push them to release?
Let me start this one real quick. So listen, we all got a bunch of unreleased records with artists cut on them. But the jug is to pitch them to other artists with them on it as a feature. That way it puts that track in front of a lot of them because the song is done. Especially if you got a hook. If you got a hook from Quavo, you take it to whoever, they're going to want that record, especially if it's dope. That's just thinking outside the box. But yeah.
That's smart. That's smart. So now here's the thing that both of y'all seem to do well. How important do you think it is, and what's the method of when you do something? Like how do you use that as leverage to get the next thing? Like how important do you think that is?
Elaborate.
Like you just did a song with such and such. How do you now use that to get more shit in life? You know what I mean?
The more popping songs you got, price going up, kid. I'm more popping than I was last year. Price up, kid. You know what I'm saying? I used the Issa song. You know what I'm saying? I was known as the nigga who did that. The Drake, the Thug and Drake in 21. That was their first collab. You know what I'm saying? So I used that to get in the rooms. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work your move.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And so social media too. Do you like use the same shit? Like if you do something with somebody, you put it on social media and use that shit too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You post all the plaques, all the
Yeah.
releases.
Gotta go up, man.
Yeah.
I love going up.
I used to have. I stopped doing it. I feel like it's kind of corny now, but like I used to put all my credits, like worked with da 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 da.
Yeah.
The list got way too long.
Yeah.
And it's just like don't make sense. So I just put like 10 times platinum, 3 times Grammy. All
The
that
niggas be capping in their bio too.
They do.
They be like 30 times platinum.
And listen,
SoundCloud
let me say
rapper.
this now. If you put somebody's name in your bio, it needs to be a release song. Fuck
Facts.
that. It can't be worked with so and so.
Yeah.
So you got the joint, but it never came
If
out.
I got you, if you're an intern, you got him water, and you made beats to the side. No, you did not work with Thug.
They be capping.
That's a good point.
Got beat
That's a
up
good
by.
But right,
Stomped out by.
nah, bro. Work with
Y'all
is
niggas is stupid.
it gotta be a release song. Fuck that.
Yes, facts.
That's real.
I agree with that.
Damn, that's a good point.
Because if I did unreleased,
It doesn't
bro.
count.
it don't count.
They don't count.
I
Unless the
would-
nigga's like Michael Jackson, he like died.
I'm using Michael Jackson if it's not
Yeah.
released. Matter of fact, I'm leaking it.
But you gotta have some kind of proof. Like you can't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, somebody gotta be able to vouch for that shit somewhere.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right, man. So like on to some life shit.
Come on.
For real. Start like being a producer. Like if you just starting, you really trying to get all the shit that you really want to get. Do you think it's possible to have like a real relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like cuffed.
For sure.
How easy do you think it is?
It's not easy. Shorty gonna have to understand. I'm gonna be gone. I'm working hard. I'm doing this for us. I'm really doing this for me. You here right now. But what I'm gonna say is, you definitely can have a relationship, but she just has to be understanding that I work late hours. My grind is different than the average man. Y'all niggas can go wake up in the morning. Somebody tell y'all what to do. Go sweep up over there, and you're gonna get money. Me, every day, I have to figure it out every single day, or I'm gonna die, nigga. So she gotta understand that's a different mindset than, all right, it's 5 o'clock. I don't have nothing else to do. No.
Sure. Yeah.
So you definitely can have a relationship, but she gotta be understanding.
That's a fact. Yeah. I call that eat what you kill. That's the type of life
She
we
gotta
live.
understand.
Like,
It's way different than the average regular life, but then that paper way different too, and the freedom is way different too. You know what I'm saying? We can, me and him right now can get up and go anywhere in the world right now from this table and do anything we want. We can go jump out of a helicopter, jet skis, whatever we want to do right now in my line.
Yep.
That's the, we grind for that.
that's a fact.
I feel like it can work if the female has something that occupies her time, because she's gonna put her time somewhere else when she's not with you. Now, is it with another man? That's a different story. That's why I say if you get someone that does like medicine, or someone that's a business owner that has no time, that's busy, focused on her craft, then I think it can work that way, because you guys both have an understanding that you guys are both trying to do something with your life. You know what I mean?
Dog, I think that shit is not looked at enough. You are absolutely right. You cannot be with a woman who
Too much time in her hand. That's
yeah, like she gotta have some shit. And some shit that's occupying her time as much as you have occupying yours.
She got a business. That's a different mindset.
Yes.
She'll totally understand. I understand 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? I can't be here with you right now because you ain't making me no money. You like this what? You like this car? I gotta go get that. I can't sit here with you all day. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't getting no money, I ain't gonna sit with you anyway. You gotta be on board.
Brick's been in a committed relationship for 6 years now. I don't know how he did it, man.
It was
Congrats
10
to him,
years.
bro.
10
Damn,
years. She just had her 91st birthday. She bad though. She understands. She don't really understand much anymore.
You married to money. You married to money.
I'm the Anna Nicole Smith of producers. Okay. Stop
She
playing
died, bro.
Stop playing games,
Anna
man.
Nicole Smith
Listen, man.
of producers.
I bought this bust down with the
died.
life insurance policy,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna go rap about it.
Oh shit.
Stop playing games, Diego. Put a disclaimer on this. This nigga is lying. I work hard.
The views and description of Diego F does not.
Yes.
Right.
It's not in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, somebody
got,
definitely gotta take a busy woman. Blah, blah, blah. All right, what else we got in this chat?
I got a question. So, what are you guys' daily routines, right? So, what is stuff that you do every day to progress your business?
I'm gonna start coming with the dickhead answer.
All right, let me answer first. You go next. So I try to wake up before noon every day, no matter how late I get in. My body just cannot sleep past noon. First thing I do is I start making beats because I make the best beats in the morning, I feel. Then after my ears shut off, I go to the gym, come back, finish the beats, and then at night I just start going studio hopping and playing my shit to everybody. That's like every day I do that shit.
Yeah, that's producer life.
That's producer life.
Fire. What about you, brother?
I can tell you what I did this morning. What time we was in the studio last night?
Fucking 9 in the morning.
Okay, thank you. Got up 11 o'clock. I got a meeting with an accountant. Get all my shit straight. This and that. Okay, cool. I got the interview at 4 o'clock in North
Tuscaloosa.
in New York,
South Carolina
Georgia.
shit.
Okay, I got the interview. After this, we're going to the studio. We're going to cook up. We probably worked on a couple loops earlier. You know what I'm saying? We're going to touch some up when we get done with this interview. And we're going to studio hop. Every night it's studio hop. Like, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like, niggas be club hopping. I be studio hopping. Like,
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah, both of y'all really big on being in the room. And that's good. Because I don't think enough people talk about that now. Especially with the internet and shit going on. Everybody's like, man, it's just online.
That can work.
That can work too, though. I've seen it.
That shit just, nigga, that's really like the lottery.
Well, if you built your network enough to where you could just sit at home, make beats all day, and send it
yeah.
out,
Then
you
you're
good.
a G.
Let me give you an example. Like my bro Smash David, for example, he be sending shit to everybody, right? And he killing that shit. It's so hard to get him out the crib, but he's killing it,
He got
man.
that brand, though.
He got that brand. He worked for that brand.
Niggas
man.
like, oh, I want to see what this nigga
Exactly. As soon as he plays the beats from the laptop, bro, it's
and
fun.
them bitches all be hard.
Yeah.
So would y'all ever do that, or you just like, nah, I just gotta be in the room?
I mean, ideally, I would like to do that.
Yeah.
I like to be in the room too. It's like, cause it's like I'm with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? We don't go to the bar and watch the game. We go to the studio and cook up. That's what we like to do for fun, and it happens to make us rich. You know what I'm saying? But if I just had all the connections and everybody was on my dick, I would definitely be on the island just like sending beats.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fine.
Hell yeah.
How many homies y'all got that ain't into music? Like how many niggas you hang with that don't do music?
I have no friends, bro, that aren't. It's crazy. I don't know anybody. Everybody I know is in business.
Feel you.
Same. We don't fuck with these niggas, man.
Yeah.
Producers be like a big gang. If you ain't in a nigga, you a hop.
That's a fact. I don't think I know
It's
one person that I talk to on a regular basis I hang with that's not into this shit.
Cause you can't bring these niggas with you, dog. If you wanna go work at Comcast, do your thing. But I'm about to go to the studio, folks.
Yeah, bro.
That's a fact.
Damn, it's hard for other people to understand the lifestyle too.
If you ain't got that drive, nigga, you know how they say you like the 5 people that you hang around with the most.
Yeah.
If
I don't
you broke, I can't hang with you.
I don't want that shit around me. I don't want that energy around me. Like, oh, you can't do that. Like in their head, they're like, you can't do that. Like, I don't. Can't. The fuck is that?
That's true.
I don't want that shit around me.
They just don't understand.
I be with this nigga. The 5 niggas be around. I be with this nigga, Grizz, Pooh, Diego.
Damn, you nigga number 1 and 3.
Shit. It's gang.
Smoking Aces says, do y'all legit just roll up the studios or are y'all invited?
Bruh.
I don't give a fuck about an invite, bro. We crashing that
Bruh,
shit, bro.
we gotta tell them about Vegas. Niggas
Bro,
having
none of us were invited to that shit.
I pulled up with the strap like, pull up this beat, nigga.
Bro,
Trust me.
no, so Vegas, they had a whole camp going on that, whose camp was it?
Nigga.
Ryan Press's camp for Warner Chapel,
Everybody
right?
was there.
And, you know, a lot of, I wasn't invited, to be honest with you, but guess what? We fucking pulled up and we knew everybody there. Who gonna say you can't be here? Like, we're us. Like, you gonna say we can't be here? Fuck out of here. So we pull up with me, you, Grizz, Pooh, everybody pull up, and we just crash sessions.
Gotta
We
have
work.
that face card.
Yeah, you gotta have the face card.
Walked
Nobody
in,
asked us.
scanned that face
Nobody
card.
asked us who you here to see. We just walked in.
Facts.
Not one time.
That's G. That's some G
You
shit.
flip the script, nigga. Who you here with, nigga?
Yeah.
Put on laptops and all that shit.
But that's the thing. Like, we'll take those chances We technically could have went out there and been looking dumb in the face, which would never have happened.
Right.
But we'll take that chance. Nigga, we got up, left
Caught
our
a
house,
flight
flew,
to Vegas with the
booked the
champs.
hotel. You know what I'm saying? And was like, yo, kick that bitch open. Now we was in every session, bro. Niggas want to say that.
As a fact, but you gotta know it's like 99.9% chance. Like, nah, we good.
If you a nigga that don't know nobody, we're in the industry.
Yeah, we knew like.
And we cool. Niggas know us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you walking up into the section, and some niggas like, nah. But then some niggas like, oh yeah, you good.
Facts.
Niggas, that's how we is. VIP one.
And if I don't know somebody, he does, and if I'm with him, I'm good. So.
And if he knows somebody and I don't know, I'm gonna be like, I know who that nigga is. You gotta be stamped. You gotta be stamped, bro.
Yeah,
Or have a big ass song, and we'll be like, alright, we're for this shit.
Yeah, it's a fraternity, man, for real.
You know, they stamp.
Right.
Let's see. Boy Wonder says, what is your favorite VST plugin to use?
Boy Wonder, you should tell us.
Right.
I don't think it's that Boy
It's a
Wonder.
different Boy Wonder.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Keyscape I've been fucking with. It's for everything in contact. I want to get East West, man. It's just so hard to manage it because of the E license shit. But man, they got some dope sounds.
Yeah. All right. Most without I guess giving away any like super secrets of yours, most slept on VST or most slept on plugin.
I got no.
He the plugin guy. I got Omnisphere. I'm an Omnisphere y'all to death.
For me, I'm more big on audio editing plugins, not so much actual synths. Because I tweak something that sounds okay to make it sound crazy. And I need M Rhythmizer, which is another version of Gross Beat. Man, listen, who cares, bro? I'll give everything. Because at the end of the day,
I think you already said that on the show.
He ain't even told me.
Okay.
It's fine.
I'm going to give you the biggest gem of life. Okay? I never tell nobody this shit. I ain't even tell you this one yet. It's a plugin called Vision, right? Vision from Eventide. I'll never say the name right, but it's an audio editing program that makes anything sound like anything you want it to sound like. It's so crazy. I can't even explain it. It's almost like how Output's got like all those plugins that manipulate the audio. It's the same thing. So Eventide Vision, Physion. That shit is fire.
Fire. There you go. Yeah.
And everything from Cable Guys.
All right, Cable Guys.
They
is fire,
sponsor.
man.
Shout out.
Cable Guys is fine. Motherfuckers can't get off at halftime. Like that's
Yeah.
everybody's shit at this point.
Yeah.
You also a big Max for Live guy too, or at least a little bit. Like you know about Max for Live plugins and shit like that.
I mean, it just lets you use the stuff that's 32-bit to 64, right?
Nah, the shit that like the extra plugins that being able and shit that other people.
Oh, Max for Live. I'm thinking of
32 Live.
32 Live. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Max for Live is fire. What's that one? Something sample. It like really manipulates the audio crazy.
Is it the one that like slices?
Chopstick? Yeah. What's it called?
I know exactly.
Pitch.
Is it loop shift?
Loop shifter.
Yeah.
Loop shifter is crazy.
Damn, everybody know about this shit.
We don't use Ableton.
Hey man, what y'all?
Ableton.
Listen, Loop Shifter is incredible. I actually like the EQs on Ableton too. I start everything on Ableton musically, usually with samples, and I do all my stuff there, and then I fly to FL because Ableton don't knock like FL. I don't care what nobody say.
FL do got a knock to it that can't nobody deny. Like I don't know what the fuck they got going on, but I mean yeah, FL got that crazy knock. I don't know. You use FL, right? Yeah, you be.
And the crazy thing is, you use the engineer, but you really make that shit. You do it like a producer. That shit be hitting like ratchet hitting. It's a different kind of hit. Fuck that clean shit.
Yeah, that's dope. How important do you think it is for your engineer to be a producer?
I think having an engineering background is vital, especially so you can be able to communicate in a room, because you can't call yourself a producer if you can't communicate in a room, talk to a guitar player, be able to talk to a producer, artist, engineer, you know what I mean, beat maker. So if you can't talk to them and know how to say certain phrases, like I need the reverb down 3 dB, turn up 3K on the snare, whatever, you know what I mean. So I think that's important.
Yeah, that gotta make your workflow in your session fast as hell. If you talking 3K and all that shit.
Yeah, the producer is like the restaurant manager, right? And he has to know every position. You have to know how to cook, the waiters. You have to know everything to be able to be the manager or the producer. So it's very important.
Damn, fire.
What did y'all start off with, like equipment or software wise?
That's all I feel.
Which one? Oh yeah, that was classic. I think that's one of the first softwares I had.
That's the one I had too. I started on Acid Pro and Magix.
Cool edit.
Magix is Cool Edit. You know about Magix? Yeah, that's like the little brother of Cool Edit Pro. Shit was trash.
Damn. So you started with FL. You just stuck with it.
Bro, I went through every program. I did Sonics. I did every freaking program, and
You got committed.
I ended up coming right back to FL.
You ain't try Reaper.
No, I did not try Reaper.
Nobody tried Reaper.
No, but here's one
Except for
positive
me.
thing about Reaper. It will not crash on you.
Yo, Reaper was before I was using Ableton, I was using Reaper.
It never crashes
Fuck no.
because it's not powerful enough. This shit was...
That shit never crashed, and it had good like the lane comping where you
Yeah,
could just
yeah.
record and it would just make lanes and comp that shit. Reaper was dope, man, but
Yeah, what happened to Studio One?
people
People
still
still
use
use
it.
That shit started going up, and
Nah.
Yeah,
Studio 14
yes.
I know Serato got a new program too. I heard it got some dope shit.
Yeah, Serato
Studio.
yeah.
I seen it. It looked cool.
That shit looked alright, man. It looked fun.
Yeah.
It looked like if you just started and you want to jump in and make some shit happen, that'd be dope. Y'all fuck with Arcade?
Hell yeah.
No.
Yeah, relax, bro.
Arcade. No, I never heard of it.
Listen. That's okay. Yeah, that's dope.
Okay, we're giving game.
But hey, yeah, that's kind of what we known for too.
Gotta
Both-
use arcade.
Yeah.
Omnisphere though.
You gotta flip it though. You just use it as is. I don't know. That's just whack.
It like anything, it's like once it's new, people could get away with it using it as is. But in a minute, it's just gonna be. But if you get in there and you under the hood and you really know what the fuck you're doing, like I think arcade is really dope for using your own shit. But I make sounds, so then I throw that shit. It's just like a manipulation.
It's texture on top of your sounds.
Exactly. Instead, I mean, I fuck with the shit that they put in there a little bit, but I'm like, nah, for throwing my shit in there and messing up, and then throwing it into like a rhythmize or just some other type of shit with that.
Well, that's
I
the
think it's good
key.
for that.
Is putting it into like gross beat or rhythmizer after it comes out of there, and then putting a bunch of stuff on it.
There you go. But yeah, a lot of people just like to do shit out the box. Just hit the button, and that's what it is.
Yeah, man. I'll put his fire. They need to throw me a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Give my boy a sponsorship, man.
Hold them down, man.
Now, what would you? So, if you had to give advice for the newer producer, they're trying to get into the placement game. What advice would you give them? They don't really have any connections. They kind of starting from scratch, just making beats right now.
Get in the room. Be a sponge. Collaborate a lot. I would have been way farther if I would have started collaborating way back. Because you're only as far as you know. Other niggas, it don't matter who you work with. When you collaborate, you're going to learn stuff. Because they just do. Bro, I went years and years of making beats. And I did not know that I could undo twice.
For
I
real?
know that sounds
I
really
get
fucking
it.
stupid. But I just thought undo.
Just one time. Yeah.
Cause FL, you have to.
You gotta. Yeah.
I didn't know I could undo more than once. I think it was some Grizz or somebody was like, yeah, you can do like 50 times. I
So
was
yeah,
like,
tell them though. So in FL, you can when you hit undo, it'll undo it once, and then if you hit it again, it will just redo it. So you have to hold like a what is it, option or some shit?
Alt.
Shift, alt.
and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I went years. I would lose beats. I accidentally delete it, and I'm like, oh, fuck, it's gone.
Start right.
See, yeah, but that's good. But then you got with somebody, or you knew somebody that
There's a
knew.
million tricks like that you don't know.
Damn, good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point, man. I brought up something last week, and I'm gonna get y'all's take on it. I feel like now we live in a day and age where everybody on the internet, everybody wanna get a whole bunch of clout, so they do like the tutorial shit, but they kind of don't know it. You know, you might have heard somebody say some shit, or you know something that somebody else do, and they get out there and they just immediately tell it. So my question to y'all is, how do you feel about I should give all the gems I have, what's the point of me keeping anything versus keep some shit to yourself?
I feel like we owe it to the up and coming producers to pass down the torch. So I came up under like Rico Love, Jim Johnson. I've seen these greats like teaching me all these things. They didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? So I feel like if someone is in a position where they deserve it and they earn it, and you see like they're really working hard towards it, you got to give them that torch and just keep passing the knowledge out. So as of online, I mean, I'm secure about my beats, man. Like I'm not scared to put everything out there because you can't be me. You're not gonna do what I'm gonna do with my tools. I'm just giving you tools. I'm not giving you the actual art. So it doesn't make a difference to me.
Okay, that was good. It seemed to be a caveat to your answer for what I was asking, because you said pass it all down to people who are deserving.
Right.
Because it seems to be now people like passing it to
Anybody.
any and everybody who will listen to them on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but them niggas are tutorial makers. They not music producers.
Right.
They don't have. If you really do this shit, you don't have time to do that. You do it, and them niggas try to figure out what you did.
Yeah. Those are just tools you're teaching anyways. The real gem is in how to develop an actual song, not just the beat, is the final song. And that's something you can't teach. You have to be in the room for that. You have to watch it happen. You can't teach that.
That's fine. That's fine.
Like it. See if I get some questions.
Hold on, I know I had some. But I gotta gas up the phone, baby. Damn, so hitting the studio next till what, 9 in the morning? Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
we got a little pre-production crew that'll guide you if you don't know where it is.
So Diego, how long you in town for, man?
So I came out here just to cook up with Bricks, Grizz, and Pooh Beats. So I'm here till the 10th, and I'm just here to load up on beats, going out with the year strong. So in January, I just got a bunch of tracks ready to send out to labels, ready to get writers on them. So I'm excited about this trip, man. It should be dope.
Dope, man. That's what's up. Man, you gotta come back out here, man.
Yeah,
you gotta come to our next live event too, man.
Well, that's what I really want to do. Is you guys have them so spontaneous, man. You guys gotta give me some time in advance.
No, we definitely will.
I'm gonna be coming to Atlanta a lot more, man. Like a lot of dope producers are coming out of here. I feel so. I definitely want to tap in.
I still feel like this might be the hub for like new, fresh sounds. You know,
Atlanta always got bounce, man. That's something with all the producers that come from here. Got some of them drums that just like they know it's the patterns they use. It's got a certain bounce that everyone's trying to mimic.
Facts. Damn, I think I exhausted most of these questions, man.
So what's next for you? I know you cooking up. Any other like big plans? Any other big records that we can expect from you?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I know Gashi just dropped the album, but he's working on an '80s album he's about to put out. It's super low key, but I know I did the outro to that, and then that should be coming out soon. What else? I got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline. I don't want to talk about it until it happens, but yeah, I'm just focused on having songs more than just beats. That's my new thing for the next year is not just loading up on beats, but having full songs like a pitch. And I want to get out of the trap producer mentality that people have been putting me in that box. I want to really tap into the pop world, to the R&B world. My first placement was country, so like I want to tap in back to all those different genres of music because I love all those different genres. It's crazy.
Here's a question. It's usually a standard question. I'm surprised when you asked it earlier. Creative process when making beats. Like, do you have not a formula, but a usual way you do things? Like, i.e. melody first, drums first. Like, you get in a certain type of zone. You have a ritual before.
For me, it's just whatever I hear that catches my ear. Whether it's a sound, a drum pattern, anything that catches my ear, I'm going off of that. So if I find a vocal sample, okay, this is where I'm starting. I'm gonna put keys under it now. I'm gonna throw some drums under it. If I can't find a vibe melodically, I'm starting with the drums to give me tempo. And usually when I do that, the drums are always crazier. And then I'll just try to find samples to throw on top of it. So it's really whatever works. There's no rules to it. As long as the destination is there.
Oh, Young Bricks.
You ain't got no rituals?
Rituals? Oh yeah, I do incense, and I do what's it called? A Palo Santo. I gotta do Palo Santo incense.
That's just smell
good.
And I know this is weird. I need green tea and coffee with nothing in both of them. I'm not lying.
Damn.
Then he go around the rim and be like,
Throwing salt around.
Yeah.
Damn.
H2OF says, should your Instagram page consist of only stuff? Bathroom break.
Cool. Now I get some questions. Let's go.
Yeah. So basically, should your Instagram show other stuff or should it only show music?
Man, your Instagram is your Instagram, my dog. If you want to post hamster fights, you do what you want to do.
The hamster fights be gone.
But if you asking about how I do my Instagram, everything has a purpose. Because my Instagram is a platform to promote myself. It's social media to some people. Oh, we're going to laugh and joke. Da, 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 da. Everything on my page is for my business, for my brand. But it's social media. You know, you do what you want.
Right.
You can use it how you want to use it.
Right.
But if you're trying to do this, I'll take you more serious if you on there doing what you say you do. Because producers know if you're really with this production shit, we do this every single day. So every single day, if you're not doing that, it kind of makes me be like, this nigga don't do this shit for real.
Right. That's real.
If you look at my Instagram every single day, no matter 2015, 16, since Instagram came out, I'm making beats every day.
Live. Since live came
Live.
out, you always live.
Live. Or traveling. But I'm traveling, making beats every day.
Yeah. Bro, you're super consistent. When it comes to promotion, bro, you don't be playing, dog.
But I have my posts already for the whole December in my phone.
Mm-hmm. Smart.
So I just gonna do like Friday, Monday, Wednesday.
So you both schedule, or you just both?
Yeah, I try to knock them all out. I do like 3-4 days of shooting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then my captions be real life deep shit. So it might take me like 2 days to write it. I just like, yeah, I should say that they need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? Because I have like a nice little fan base of people that look at me for this. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do as a motive.
And
I'm not on there twerking, my nigga.
thank goodness. Now I was gonna say I noticed a lot of those
We need our tag, right?
Oh shit!
a lot of those producer pages repost you. Is that just something from networking again, or is that something that they just love the content that you're posting?
Both.
Duh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when I really want to go hard on the gram, I'll hit up niggas. Yo, can you repost this?
Duh.
What's the name? Jewel Box Platinum gonna repost me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know, that's the people who make the plaques. Because I was like, yo, I got the plaque. I tagged you niggas. I got a hard ass pick. It's gonna give me more exposure.
Right. It's dope.
But it's like I said before, it depends on what you want to use your Instagram for.
That's real.
How much you care about that. It might not be, you might not care about that. Some people don't have Instagram. They don't care about that. Me, I make bread off Instagram, sponsors and things like that.
That's what the fuck I'm talking
So I care about that. That's major. It's your reputation.
That's real.
And it takes a long time to build a reputation. And overnight, it can be gone, my nigga.
That's a fact. That's good though. I do think people should be more intentional about their gram shit. Like the way that you look at it and the way that you focus on it, I think more people should be.
I look at the gram like
that.
a business.
Facts.
The gram is almost 100% of marketing for me. Where else can I market my stuff? I don't have Facebook. I'm sure people got Facebook. I just downloaded TikTok, like when we was in LA and we was doing little TikTok stuff. But the gram is your face card, because that's your face card. They want to see what you're doing. They want to see how you living. They want to see what. But I deliver value with mine. I'm not just like, nigga, look at my bust down. I can fuck your bitch. I'm like
A little of that, just a little bit.
me. I'm like, listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm from nothing. Nobody helped me. Nobody paid for my studio time. I never had a job, self-made. Parents not in my life. Didn't go to college. What's your excuse?
Facts.
P.S. Look at the bus down.
Slap. Yeah, P.S.
Look at the bus down.
Baguettes in the face, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie. I seen this nigga live on. One time I looked, my man had the robe on, the hotel robe, rocking the robe. I was like,
so comfy. You feel me?
shit.
In the penthouse.
Yeah.
I might be getting my feet rubbed. I'm making the beat. I'm just bougie sometimes.
As a fact, it was some shit like that. I was like, oh, look at this thing. Way to go. Way to go.
Eating lobster, making the beat.
Lobster type beats.
Not for real.
That's dope.
Is it best to hold off sending stuff out now to the beginning of the new year?
Man, send.
Facts.
Oh yeah, it's that time of year they call it the like industry shutdown. You know, the end of the year thing.
Thought it was.
Yeah, but
These
like,
niggas,
that's what I'm saying. Does that affect y'all at all? Or do
bro,
you
I thought we was chilling. I'm looking on their grams. They in the studio. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas still working?
Like, I thought we was shut
Well, look,
down.
man, the labels may shut down, but you know what I mean.
These niggas is working.
Yeah, we
Cooking,
got,
right?
So I'm like, I'm on the way, nigga.
yeah.
Just like the racing thing I was saying, like, I'm not about to let these niggas just take off on my ass.
That's
You know
a
what
fact.
I'm saying? I got that stick. I wet the whole race up.
Get right or get left, homie.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope.
It feels good to know your niggas is working and it inspires you to work.
Yeah,
Because if
that's
he get
the
on
thing.
my gram and see me making beats, he gonna be like, damn, I need to cook up.
That shit, man, it happens for real.
Especially Grizz this month. But
We gotta get Grizz on the show too.
Yeah.
he too busy making beats.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can get a sub right here. You can
This
make beats
nigga-
and answer some questions.
He's an alien with braids.
My exhibit.
That's crazy. What's your guys' favorite genre to produce?
I like playing piano.
And you're self-taught, right?
You too.
Nice.
I like playing keys. I also didn't play keys on Blueface. I like that shit.
Blueface, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I like everything, man. It's crazy. I like, for me, I say R&B because I feel like that's the most emotional. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most emotional genre.
But you can't make R&B
I'm fire.
in a room
Yeah,
with niggas.
No, you gotta do by
You
yourself.
gotta make R&B by yourself.
By yourself.
I be feeling so judged
You
if I
got a
start
good
making
point.
R&B.
Especially some ballads. You
You
can
can't
make
Like,
a ballad in the
this
room.
bitch ass nigga making R&B.
And you have time the drums, like damn, bro.
Take that snap on.
They got the water drops
Oh,
there.
you gotta make hard shit. When you in the room with niggas, you gotta. You
Man,
gotta
he
make
light
hard
skinned,
shit.
so that's like.
Bro, I like making R&B, but I can't make it around these niggas. I be like, man, these niggas, this shit.
Gotta do that at the crib.
Ain't no homo, but I'm about to play this diminished.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Let's see.
I like Afrobeat too. That shit's fun.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
That's what I really.
That was
do.
the best part about going to the UK. You be making that shit?
Yeah,
You
you
can
didn't see me
make that
post
shit.
that Afrobeat. P&B Rock jumped on that
I
shit.
blocked
That shit's crazy.
I got plays for that.
For real?
Yeah, plays for that.
Man, let's chop it up after.
Yeah.
See? Networking. That's dope.
And do you do a lot of records over like with UK artists?
Mhm.
You do like any grime, garage type stuff?
Dude, I mean, it's still my style,
Right.
but I work with all the big UK artists. I went over there and I just plugged myself.
So
I work with Stormzy. I just had a song come out like 10 days ago with this artist named Niska. He's like one of the biggest. That shit got like 5 million views like first week.
yeah.
I get a lot of overseas bags.
It's different over there too. Like the businesses.
But I got songs popping in Morocco. Got songs popping in Japan.
Morocco.
Paris.
That's where you from, right?
No, that's where you from. I went over there and work with. I go and work with these niggas.
That's fire.
You want me to elaborate or you want to ask a question?
No, go. Yeah,
Okay.
please.
I got the same. I do the same thing over and over. So everybody knows I've been to over 50 countries. I've been all over the world, right? Okay, I do the same thing over and over and over. I go to the country. I get with some people. I be like, yo, who the most popping niggas over here? Then they like, this guy, this guy, this guy. Okay, I hit them niggas up. I'm the only American coming to Morocco with the level, the type of level that I am, saying let's work.
Right.
So they like, okay, I can work with anybody, anywhere in the world. I do the same thing over and over. I go to Japan. Who the most popular niggas over here? This nigga, this nigga, this nigga. I get in with them.
So what makes you go to a certain, like what would make you go to Morocco? Is it like, I just wanted to travel there, or you met somebody somewhere that was like, yo, you should fuck with Morocco?
I just want to take over the world, dog. I just like traveling a lot.
So you just spin the globe and be like, yo,
Yeah.
go here. Off the one.
For sure.
Damn, that's fire, man.
So niggas don't want to take those risks, but I like to think out of the box. I'm on some Frank Lucas shit. Like, we just go and we make this shit happen because I know y'all niggas ain't gonna do it. So I see a gap there of, you know what I'm saying?
Damn. All right, so what the next place you where haven't you hit that you know popping?
Nigeria. But I do that in London. All the Nigerian niggas that's popping be in London.
That's fine. Yeah, over there like London and Paris and all that shit. It just be a mixture of people.
Them niggas
It's like
making
America.
money.
Yeah.
But I like to live my life too. I'm not one of them niggas that sit in the studio until my face fall out. That's why they be like, Briggs, I didn't know you was in Atlanta, because I don't be here, nigga. I might be in Iceland on a jet ski in the snow, nigga. I do a lot of crazy shit, bro. I live my life to the fullest. For sure.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Not in Iceland on the jet ski.
Nah, for real.
Facts. No, that's dope
lamb.
shit though. Because a lot of people want to travel, a lot of people want to make music globally, but you kind of seem to mix the I want to go here, I want to do what the fuck I want to do, but at the same time, I still want to take care of this business. So you
And they got studios everywhere. We go to Dubai, get the studio. Now I know all the studios everywhere. Nigga, I go to Bangkok, I'm in the studio. I go to Japan, I'm in the studio. They got studios everywhere.
Vietnam studio.
Book it, shit. Because we're still working.
Right.
I'm not just sitting on the beach.
Right.
We in the studio. Linking up, networking. Oh, this fucking A-Rap Prince want to spend $1 million on beats. Alright. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever. It be coming from all kind of ways, bro. No cap.
That's fire. That's fire. Shout out to EA Ski. I see you in the building, big homie. But yeah, that's fucking crazy, dog.
That shit fun, bro. I know so many people. This shit is ridiculous. I'm at home everywhere I go. Same thing, like when he come to Atlanta, he know all of us. Or I go to LA and I know everybody over there.
Yeah.
I can do that in any city.
Across the world. That's fire. I mean, yeah, in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Killing.
Everywhere, bro.
Kangaroo type.
And I've been on tours everywhere as well, so I met everybody everywhere there.
Tour shit helps, man.
What?
Yeah,
He
that's
said
a good
it.
point. That's a good
Tour
point.
shit, man.
You meet everybody on tour. Especially if you with a popping artist.
Yeah.
And work with them. I worked with A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, like, because I was with Thug. So anybody who worked with Thug, and eventually was working with me. And we just finesse.
How many girls you got pregnant on tour?
0.
That you know of.
0.
That you claim.
0.
So the Instagram is about to cut off. Y'all got any plugs? Anything you want to promote?
Man, end of the year, shit.
Shout out to Outback Steakhouse.
There you go.
Shout out to
So make sure they follow you.
Yeah. Briggs the Main.
Yeah, Brixton, Maine,
Diego
Diego Ave.
Yeah, stay tuned for more music coming out urgently. Ever so urgently.
Woo! But I got the best news I ever got in my life.
I can't wait for 2 weeks. I want
Yes,
to see
right.
it.
He was like, "What is it, bro?" I was like, "Listen, man, I'm rich now. I don't have to talk to you." I got, man, 2020 gonna make us all real rich, bro.
Yeah. So everybody follow Bricks Domain and follow Diego Ave and definitely check back in 2 weeks to see what he got popping, what he got going
I'm
on.
excited.
Yeah. Damn, man. Hey.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Oh man, thanks for having y'all on the show, man.
If I offended anybody in this interview, I'm sorry that you was that sensitive.
LPG community coming after you.
I love everybody. That's all I want to say.
You ain't gotta say it on here, man. It's a safe space for producers to
Yeah,
be
but my
themselves.
mama gonna watch it. My grandma gonna watch it.
Oh well, yeah, you gotta apologize to them.
She gonna be like, "Wow." When I go to Christmas dinner, yo, so what's that shit you said about
If she ain't making you no money,
bro? It'd be crazy. I go home, watch niggas gonna watch this. Yo, I heard this nigga out here working with midgets in LA. You know what I'm saying? Just like they be twisting it up, bro.
oh, bro.